your morning or evening news. Seems the whole world's gone crazy. Folks live like there's nothing to lose. Children killing children shouldn't die that young. Seems the common thread that binds them has all become undone. Better get our act together and love just a little bit more. Start helping out a brother and even up the score. Doing right, not doing wrong, it's what we put here for. Better build your house on a rock, or the wolf is at the door. Me, I'm just a simple man, I come from simple folks. They lived by the golden rule, stood on faith and hope. That's just what we're needing, folks fighting that good fight. Twilight's last gleaming, it's gonna be a long hard night. If we don't get our act together and love just a little bit more. Start helping out a brother and even up the score. Doing right, not doing wrong, it's what we're put here for. Better build your house on a rock, or the wolf is at the door. When I think about the future, still believe it's bright. Praise the hope and dreams that I pray for every night. See the way things are going, I can't pretend I'm blind. What's waiting for our children, the world we leave behind. Better get our act together and love just a little bit more. Start helping out a brother and even up the score. Doing right, not doing wrong, what we put here for. Better build your house on a rock, or the wolf is at the door.
Oh, hello. I just finished a little video. I don't know if y'all seen the other video that I just put out, but I have a question if you noticed the title. Is the channel owner responsible for their guest? No. Doesn't YouTube punish a channel owner when their guest does something against term of service? Just a question. Let me see who's up in here. Show me. I thought that song was fitting anyway. Show me Sasquatch. Thanks for being here. Exiled. Princess. No. Y'all can send this out. This is a place. If y'all need a place to rent, you want to talk, then this is the place. If you have a wrench, I can't tell if you have a wrench. I don't see my other advice. But if you do have a wrench, only time out socks if they're doxing or clone accounts. If the subject comes in, he must come in under his own account. No socks, AC. You're not coming on the panel, but you will be able to talk as long as you stay civil. I'm sorry, I'm not going to bring you up. I don't trust you. As long as a sock is not cloning or spamming or straight out doxing, don't time them out. There's only one person blocked, and they're staying blocked. And it's not those. but they're not coming on the panel. Anybody else is welcome to come up if you want to rant. And give me a little bit because of the fact that I'm new to this, so go easy on me. Oh, no, wait a minute. Know what? No, channel owner is not responsible? Because doesn't YouTube, like I said, I thought YouTube says they are responsible. You know, I'm just kind of curious, but isn't when someone gets porn bombed, doesn't the channel owner are held responsible for it? You know, the video, if you want to go take a look at it, go take a look at it. But you can clearly, everybody wants to know, was there a point that they should have backed off? I say there is. I say there was a point that should have stopped. A real individual who has a heart would have stopped. And it was in that clip. Ross said why and how she felt. And that was the point that AC should have said, Tonic, you're gone. She cried. Ross loves everyone. No, everyone knows it. Ross loves everyone. She's go-lucky. She's good spirit. She plays around. Everybody loves her. You're going to do something like you did and flat out set that woman up, take her money, and you're going to friggin' sit and patronize her and laugh and cut up and think it's funny that she's crying because she just wanted to have fun with her friends and share her money and help people if they needed it. You're going to take her money. You are responsible, AC. You need to be on your knees. You need to be on your knees thinking that somebody cared enough that she has thousands, millions of friends and loved ones that picked up that phone and had somebody at her location to save her, because you would be in a lot of hot water, and you're still going to be in hot water because I'm going to make sure of it. If it's the last thing I do, everybody's going to know what you did. You were responsible. You should have took it. You should have not take the video down, but you need to put the video back up, and you need to friggin' take responsibility for what you did. That was the low, because it shows in that video. Oh yeah, poor person. Here's another one. We're going to attack somebody that's poor. Woo! Must be AC. I said you could come in here, AC. Or Asmir. Use your real accounts, though. Be a man for once. If anybody knows who it is, if it's them or Tonic, time them out. They must be here underneath their real accounts. They must be a real man for once in their life. D. Johns, what's up? Thank you, D. Johns, for that update last night. But that's still not the point. The point is, AC, you're responsible. It happened on your stream. You set her up. You attacked her. You brought Tonic up there more than once. You brought others up there to friggin' attack her. You hear it in her voice. You hear it. She tells you she wanted to have fun. You let her. She felt brokenhearted. She was brokenhearted. She had enough. And whatever happened 7 hours later, yes, this went on for 7 hours, people, of her being texted, her being called, her being emailed. It went on for 7 hours of them messing with her. How long can somebody take? She already snapped. She already had hit her point on his video. It was in her voice. Why would you continue? Why would you drag it on for 7 hours? I just don't understand. But you are responsible. It happened on your channel. You could have stopped it. But no, you patronized her. You went along with it. You laughed it up. You did everything to humiliate and harass her. Now, like I said, anybody can come up, so. I don't care how many people. I'm not about clicks and views. I'm ranting. And I'm getting anyone who wants to rant to rant. The ones who truly loved Ross. The ones who truly knows what happened is wrong. You're underneath the sock account. That's actually a sock account. Oh, how original. Do you need help creating that name? I bet you did. We're not talking about that. But you want? Because I can tell you what happened. You want to know the truth? I'll bring people up tomorrow. Today's about Ross. Today's about who's responsible. Who could have stopped it? At least on his panel. Oh, I am, huh? You got anything else? You got anything else, huh? You were here next to me the whole time. You know me, right? You know what? Davia, is there a mod in here? Come back as somebody else. That one's not original enough for me. What's an arrow mean? Hey, Mom's wholesome. No, I'm just the way things are going, and when I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, but whoever did that to Exile's wife, what is wrong with you people? And not talking about you people, even though I'm talking about in general. What is wrong? What is going through your head? Why would you even think that is funny? Would you want somebody to do that to your wife or your family or your loved one? Would you want somebody to do that? Did what y'all did to Ross Khan, who was being loving and nice and caring and sharing her money with people? Would you want somebody to do that to your loved ones? To someone that you care about? No, because it's already, you cry as a victim when that happens. Oh, I'm poor pitiful me. I attack others, but they're gonna attack. They can't attack me back. You know, whoever did that to Exiles with Exile's wife, I don't have words for you. I really don't. And I'm sorry, Exile, that happened to you. No, they won't. They talk all big and bad online because they're cowards. You know, and AC claiming, oh, I'll go show back up. I dare you. I double dare you. Because we both know, Rick, you ain't ever going back to that house. Not once. Not again. Anyone who truly goes to Rick's and knows Rick in real life doesn't do what you did. You know, I don't agree with everything he does. We have our faults. But the one thing I will agree on is he does stand up for what's right. He will expose and call out every one of you. Let's play something here for Miss Ross Khan. Let me take a minute. See if anybody... Exile, you'd like to say you're welcome if you want to come up. Just the only thing I ask is whoever comes up, just please turn your cam on. I don't use it. I just want to I don't want to be porn bombed. You can just be a quick. You can turn it right back off before I bring you up. How about this one? Chris, she was pretty much cyber bullied and attacked, and right now she's okay, but she's in the hospital. So we're not getting into that. Like I said, there's a video that kind of shows the attacker. The next video down. I don't know how, so I'm sure that one's a sock account too. What you find for those who don't find this fun, throw down your guns and run. Reluctantly love me, reluctantly love me, reluctantly love me, reluctantly. Did we believe better than what we found? Go along into the darkness and do it now. Touch what you see in the night, finding her sound. Did you leave her better than what you found? Alright. Like I said, you can come up, turn your cam on, Chris, if you want to come up. Like I said, please no porn bombing because you're mad. I don't know exactly. I know a few people, but y'all like to use socks and everything. Hey, Yeet, what's up? Yeah, I'm just so sick of it. So sick of everything. Everything, just like PDF and everybody else has been saying, just getting worse and worse and worse. When's it gonna stop? How long's it gonna go? When you gonna stop, AC? When are you gonna stop? No, I'm giving you an opportunity. You're not coming on the panel, but you do have an opportunity to come in the chat as your own accounts, not as a sock. Be a man for once. Think everybody's entitled to know how much farther you're gonna go before someone does really get hurt. If it wasn't for somebody knowing exactly where Ross was at, I don't even want to think about what could have happened. Like I said, you need to be on your knees and thanking the good Lord above that somebody knew. And PDF got on the horn and freaking got the information. So all that, he didn't do anything. Yeah, whatever, people. Say what you want. Can't give wrenches. I don't have another phone to give you a wrench. I don't know. Do you have a wrench, Heat? I may just play the songs over and over. But like I said, I'm tired of it. I'm sick and freaking tired of everything. Y'all are getting so much worse. When's enough is enough. What's it gonna take, AC? Game over. You claim to be so great, but yet you blocked Rick Crew because you knew he was gonna go off on you. You drop him and you block him. But you're so great. But y'all don't block, right? Except I've been blocked since friggin' January, AC. That's why I was coming in underneath other accounts. I have other accounts. I don't have the elves. I turned that over after July. But say what you want. But I have other accounts I had to use because I've been blocked since freaking January on this account. But AC doesn't block anybody. He believes in free speech. Maybe I should just use your real name since we all know it and you like to use mine. But I'm not going to stoop that low. Oh, God, I get a book. The reason for Ross, what, that she came up to have fun and with her friends and got attacked to a point, and then it carried on for 7 hours? You know, after he ended, yeah, he wasn't responsible. But when she started crying on his panel, he's responsible. You could hear it in her voice. She said why, everything, how she felt. That's when he should have had a friggin' heart and said enough and dropped them. He's responsible for guests. You can put up all the disclaimers you want, AC, but you're responsible for guests. She came on the show to have fun and do giveaways, Cat. Sweetleaf. Ross did nothing wrong. She was having fun. She thought she was having fun until she started getting attacked. So that was a setup from the get-go. You can say whatever you want, but it's obvious. It was a setup. Take her money and friggin' attack her. I agree with everybody else. Give her the money back. Yeah, she don't care about money, but have a friggin' heart. But you probably don't have it, do you? You had to go get your CBD cigarettes, buy the next bottle. The last one was running empty. You know, attacking people that's standing up for what's right. You attack people, and then when others stand up to you, you attack them. Anyone that stands up gets attacked. Well, what else you gonna do to me? You done did everything. I already told y'all I was already doxxed a long time ago. Long damn time ago. You can't do anything to me that hasn't already been done. And I ain't scared to die, but none of y'all gonna come do it. And I'm sitting here and able to rant and giving anybody else a chance to rant. So if you don't want to hear it, you don't want to take part, you want to defend and people that bullies, go away. You know, you got bullied and begged everybody to come to your rescue because nobody was standing up for you. And if you did, you turned your back on them. Now, didn't you tell me you didn't want to ever see me again? Don't, if I ever not to come back to your channel? I think I remember you saying that there, Sweetleaf, Miss Cat. But you're not Cat. I'm sorry, that's Crafty Cat. It's in the chat. Scroll up. But I could have swore I remember you saying that. Now, I don't friggin' understand. If you have an issue with somebody, you don't like how somebody's doing something, Why can't you just friggin' leave them alone? Why do you gotta go after them and attacking them? Go after and spread their information out. Try to humiliate them and make and everything else. You know, do you get? Is the porn not working for you anymore? AC, is that what it is? Y'all gotta, you done gotta immune to it. You need another fix. Yeah, but I was always there. I was the one sharing your links to get you out there to help build your subscribers. I'm the one who was always in your chat, always defended you, but you don't like me because that why? Because I speak from my heart. I speak from the truth. All right, you can turn it off. You can turn your cam off.
Okay.
Right.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. Go ahead.
Thank you. I think that, this is what AC does and everybody always accepts it. So I just have to accept it too. There's no point in trying to make people behave differently, but you can point out lessons for people, right? And say like, this is a lesson for you, but whatever Ross did, Goddess bless her, she did on her own. And as far as I'm concerned, all I heard, because I didn't have any internet until like a couple hours ago. All I heard was a bit of AC's where she was there and she was handing out money. She was over the top. She was extra fake. Not just that normal game show host kind of fake, but she was like over the top. And she was giving away money. And and so I knew that there was something kind of weird about that. And then next thing I know is the news the next morning. So now I can see why she was being over the top, because she was in some kind of manic episode. She was some kind of, like she was in distress, right? And now the thing you showed us, that video you just showed, I fell asleep. I didn't see that part.
Okay. The thing is, how long you came into in this community about what?
10
a year ago?
10 and a half months ago.
Okay. Ross Kahn, that's not over the top for Ross Kahn. That's Ross Kahn.
I know Ross Kahn.
Everyone for no reason whatsoever.
No,
She's
listen.
the first one there when somebody gets hemmed up on a top watch. She's the first one there.
I'm not talking bad about her.
Hold on. That's not over the top. She was her normal self trying to show love and you could have fun and everything with your friend. That's what she was doing.
It was
She wasn't out of the norm for her.
I know what you're saying about her. I've seen her. I've talked to her. I've interacted with her. I know who she is. I'm just saying that night she was over the top for her. Not just over top for anybody, over the top for her. And I knew it. I recognized it at the time before I knew anything else happened. I recognized that. And then when I heard the news the next morning, all I had to go on was what I heard on AC's, which was the beginning of the night. Because she then, according to what I heard on Rebels from Brett's stream, is that she went to Ruse and then she went to DFK, then she went back to Ruse, and that's where she did it. But she came here to AC's, there was something already bothering her. She has a real life, and Goddess knows what that is, but she has a real life, and something in her real life was affecting her before she even got to AC's. That's what I saw.
It doesn't necessarily mean it's something in her real life. She's invested in everyone on YouTube. Everyone she comes in contact with, she's invested in.
Not
Some
me.
would say way too much, but she is invested in everyone. And it does hit people. And this is what they do. They attack women. They
Wait,
go after women. They don't go after men unless they know they can trigger them, like
I
they
don't,
do the poor rebel over there.
I don't understand something. The way that I've heard it was
Hey,
that there
John.
was some.
Sorry, had to say hi to John.
Oh, the way I understand it was that there was some kind of, because of the exchange between Tonic and Ross, that was being blamed. But when I saw your piece that you just put up, it seemed to me like ASMR was going after her jugular. Like he wasn't letting let up. He's some more egregious than anything Tonic said.
Yeah, that's what he does.
I know, but nobody's saying anything about ASMR. They're saying about Tonic.
The other part that AC really doesn't need to put it out. The whole video's out there. AC, everybody's just giving AC the opportunity to do what's right and put it back up ASAP.
Oh yeah, I want it back up too because I never got to see the rest of it. I fell asleep.
But I'm sure if he don't put it back up real friggin' soon,
Well, I don't want to.
the whole video will be out very soon.
Oh, I'm not trying to threaten him to put it out. I just wish he would.
Well, he needs to do the right thing and put it back up if he don't think he did anything wrong.
But wait, maybe.
Yeah. Like I said, she was getting timed out. She was go-lucky, happy. It was all, normal. They would kick her out for 5 minutes and she'd come back up, but yet AC would forget to set his timer. How many times you ever seen him to really forget to set the timer?
A few times.
Somebody back up. But it started off 5 minutes kicking out. And then when Tonic came up, he wanted the question over a comment. Thanks, Rick, and a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Why was that even about? She didn't do anything. She didn't put the video out.
But isn't that Tonic?
The video.
Isn't that the way Tonic is, though? Isn't that who he is?
Yeah, exactly. And they did it on purpose. They didn't have to bring him up. They knew why he was coming up. Everybody knows it.
Yeah, but I don't know how things work in the background.
They were interested in content and drama. That was it. They knew he was going after her. And she came back and asked questions based on that video. She didn't do anything that he doesn't do to everyone else.
Oh, anything to do with
this? Like said last night. Why is it okay for Tonic to question everybody on videos in their life, but it's not okay for Ross or anybody else to question him on what was said?
You ever hear the story of the frog and the scorpion?
A long time ago. Go ahead.
He's a scorpion. This is what he does. If you're going to get involved with him, and obviously Ross had some kind of relationship with him in some way, so he is strong-arming her because he's like a bully. He's a bully. So that's what bullies do. He was bullying her, but she must know that. And that can't be any reason for what Ross did, right? Anything that Ross did, that's a huge decision. You don't leave that to somebody else unless you're retarded or on some kind of drugs. You don't leave that to someone else. You decide that yourself. So she decided it, but she decided it in front of everybody, traumatizing whoever's watching that has some kind of background with it, right? She was thinking about us being her prop in her life, but she was hoping somebody would stop. What was all this crap about? They asked PDF to phone 911 and she'd refused. What was that about?
I didn't hear anything about they said he refused to call 911. No, he was calling people who were close to her who had her location. Now,
Okay.
how's he going to call 911 from Florida calling California without a location?
Okay,
He
Keebler.
called other people who had her location to call and give, because if you don't have a location, it does no good.
Keebler, keep in mind, I'm asking you questions. I've been gone since Tuesday. I just got my internet back. I've only seen dribs and drabs, so I'm asking questions. That's why I'm asking you, because you're friends with PDF, so you could answer me what he did. Now, that's not the way I heard it. The way I heard it was,
You're listening to Tonic's panel, Rebels panel. You're getting their side instead of coming and listening.
no, I was listening. I've been listening to PDF too. Don't worry, but it's just that I could only get bits and pieces because I was on my hotspot, and it's like dial-up speed. So I'd get like 5 words, and then it would buffer. So I can't keep up with all these videos like that. So I've only seen bits and pieces.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to sound.
It's okay. So now, for the way I heard it was, he was the one who had Ross's information, like where she lived, and so people reached out to him to call the 911. That's how I understood it.
No. They were running around saying he refused to call 911. She never asked for anyone to call 911. But I ain't talking about that. No, I ain't talking about any of that happened on Ruse.
Well, I can't even see that.
For about an hour, they were actually having fun. Whatever happened at that last 5 minutes, whoever texted her and the person who knows who texted her or sent her that message at the last 5 minutes of Rue's panel also is at fault. Because that's another turning point after being attacked and listening, having them over there on tonics after ACs. It went on for 7 hours.
What
7 hours.
What was 7 hours?
Of their harassing and attacking and laughing. She's patronized.
You mean 7 hours totals, like from the time she got on ACs till the time she was.
The time it came up on that panel until the ruse ended, it was 7 hours.
Right. I know. I've lived it. I've lived it myself. Keebler, and definitely for that long too. But so I understand how it feels. But this is the first I'm hearing about this text or phone to call. This is very interesting.
Scared for 5 minutes and was silent. Nobody knew where she was. I'm sure someone texted her and told her to go somewhere or sent her a video or something that she just couldn't take anymore. Because she was having a good time. She was meeting new people. They was cheering her up on Ruse and everything. She was back to her normal. She was happy-go-lucky again.
Okay, my spidey senses are telling me this has to do with her heart. This has to do with her husband or ex-husband or boyfriend or something. This has to do with something in her life.
Her heart, I mean, that she cares about everyone on YouTube. Okay,
so it doesn't mean that that's why she did what she did last night or whenever it was, 2 nights ago.
You listened at the beginning of the clip?
As much as I could understand, I listened. Yeah, very close. I listened to it twice.
Listen very carefully when at the very beginning of the clip, she freaking says how she felt, and how she felt about what they were doing. She says how she basically tells us what she was thinking.
Have you ever seen any of my streams? I've
You
said it
not
a million times.
I've been through someone actually 3 people, and one of them was very close to me. I knew him since we were in elementary school.
Oh, I didn't mean that. I meant about all the attacking online. Like, I've said
Yes,
it a million times. How-
no, I'm not like the rest. I'm just not going to excuse their behavior. It's one thing, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, it was fun. You went in, you had fun, you messed around, you picked on each other,
Right.
and then you left, and that was the end of it.
That's the way it should be.
The channel, it stayed in the channel it happened in. And then you go back the next time, it was a whole nother messing with people.
Tell me something.
Now,
At the point, I understand. At the point where because I've only not even been here a year yet, right? So you've been here for longer. So tell me, if when the pedo hunters came into the community, is that when things started to change?
That's actually a totally different community.
No, when they came into this community, this mesh of a community.
That's been here recently because they've been branching out, getting new people.
Okay, but
people in, but they're actually a totally different community.
I know that, but they come into this one. There's lots of pedo hunters in this community. So what I'm saying is, if when they start coming in, it would make sense that people here started to go after each other. I can reason that all out from the time that they would have come into the community. But I'm asking you if you noticed that. Because they were here before I got here. Hello?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was reading John's comment there for a minute. How do you highlight? Oh, there it is. I figured it out.
I can't see. Hold on. I don't talk. Hobbs! Hello, Hobbs!
I don't understand that either. I know I went in there and I was having fun, and then the next day I come back and I'm being attacked like no tomorrow.
I didn't get a chance to read
another one that I shared his link everywhere. Every time I even got my ass chewed out because I shared his link in Rick Cruz last year, in the beginning of last year. And I got my butt jumped. And then the next time I told him, hell no, you want your link? You gotta ask him if I can share it. I ain't dropping that link. Hell no.
Well,
PDF.
What?
Freaking slow. Like I said, I have no idea what the hell happened. I was helping him and everything else, so I have no clue what the hell happened.
Why he's gone, you mean?
Why all of a sudden he started just going off on me, talking disgusting things, and I don't know, man.
Oh, he did the same thing. He told people I smelled on the internet. He said some really disgusting things to me when he was angry. It's like when he gets angry, he just sees red and he finds the worst thing he could possibly say to you.
He's still doing it, though. I'm still hearing things that I haven't talked to him and really said anything to him.
I've barely seen him around at all. I've seen him in like satellite channels, nobody big. Just Myron, I think, and Epic. I think he got smart, though, and realized how poisonous this place is.
PDF, what's up?
Hello. How are you?
PDF, can you explain to me what happened, please?
What do you mean what happened? When? What did I do?
Okay, I didn't have, and what did I do? I didn't have internet from Tuesday till a few hours ago. And so I could only get bits and pieces, like in the old days when you tune into a UHF and you just get snowy TV and you might get a few words and it go back to snow. That's what it was like for my internet from Tuesday to Friday. So I missed this whole Huck thing. And then I come back and I hear, now this is the story I heard. I'm asking you, I'm not accusing you of anything. You were told you were the only one who had Ross's docs, and so they asked you to call 911 to help her to send it to her address, and you said no. That's the story I heard. Can you please tell me?
Right. So, well, what do you want to know? You heard the story.
Oh, that's true.
I don't understand what you mean. You hear part of a story. You ask me a question that has to do with part of a story, and
Is that true?
Straight answer. Did I call 911? No, I don't call 911. I call friends.
No, did you say no? Like when they asked you to help, did you say no?
Did you hear what I just said? I don't call 911. I call friends. Does that make sense to you?
But did you tell them no, you're not, like as if you're not going to help?
Did I just tell you? Did you understand what I said? It's
you just told me what you did.
It's a fact. I do not. Facts. I don't call 911. Period. Do you understand that? So now
you don't seem to understand the question.
You don't even understand the answer. Is hell no, I don't call 911. No, I don't. I'm not gonna. I ain't. No, I didn't. I wouldn't. I'm not gonna. I call friends.
PDF.
Right.
You were telling me what you actually did, and I understand that. You said, fuck 911, I'm going to call friends, and they'll get something done, right? So, but...
Possibly.
Okay, but
well, you think I was the only one that was calling friends? You think I'm the only one that knows anybody out here?
My question...
Why did you say that I was the only one that had her docs? The word.
That's my impression. Now listen to me. The question is, and please answer, this is the question. The question is, did you tell people no as if you refused to help? Is that the answer that you gave the public? That's what I'm
answer. I'm gonna give you one more time. I don't. I refuse. I don't call 911. I call friends. Does that make sense?
Is this what you told them?
I don't have to tell anybody anything. I don't owe anybody. You people do not get to question my integrity. You're a newbie. You know nothing. Go research. Research is the key.
If I can't get it straight from the horse's mouth, then what other kind of research can I get?
Go watch the clip. Go watch the video. I don't know what to tell you. I'm trying to tell you, no, I don't call 911. If somebody says call 911, I'm going to tell them, fuck you. You call them.
I don't know where the video is, and everybody's hiding their videos.
Yeah, I know. I got it, too. I'm not going to the place.
So I came to you with a straight question, and you can't give me a straight answer. And
yes, that's a pretty straight answer. If I tell you I don't call 911, that's going to tell you right there. I don't call 911. So you're asking me if I called 911.
No, that's not what I asked you. Listen carefully, Pedia. Okay, my question is, when they asked you to help, did you in some way intimate that, no, you're not going to help? Is that
nobody asked me to help?
No. Okay, so right off the bat, my information wasn't true.
Right, that's all lies. Bullshit. You want to know what really happened? As soon as I seen it start to go down, I was on the panel, right? Well, I dropped my screen down and brought my phone, my text up, right? And she was still doing whatever. I don't even know what the hell's going on. I missed it since the very beginning when she said she was fixing to start doing something.
Are you talking about Rue's panel?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was on the panel too.
Okay.
Yeah. Either way. So as soon as I seen what she was doing, I you drop this down, you go to another page.
Right.
I went to my Texas and I called friends.
Uh-huh.
And then I came back and I told Rue to take her off the fucking main screen. And she did. And within minutes, there was ambulances at her house. And someone asked me if I was going to call 911. I told them, fuck you. You call 911, motherfucker.
Okay. Thank you. What a perfect picture. If you're telling me the truth, what a perfect picture.
You ain't got to believe what I say. I don't give a shit if you believe me or not. I don't give a shit what anybody believes or not. All I know is I wasn't the only one calling friends. I'm sure there was a lot of other people watching that have because we all have each other's phone numbers out here. I don't know what you think. Or you
I have your phone numbers. I have your phone number.
Well, everybody got mine. They put mine on the internet. Remember, they doxed me on your friend's page.
I don't bother you.
Well, still, they doxed me on your friend's page, right?
My friend.
Yeah, where you hang out over there at the Dirty Diaper Club. You know,
how often have you ever seen my name?
Like, that's all one group. It's a whole group.
You see me on the panel, and when was the last time you saw me write and chat?
Yeah, it's still your group. It's a group you hang out with.
My group.
Oh, okay, good.
You're in my neighborhood too, you know.
I am. I'm in Florida. You in Canada. Hey, did you see what happened in Canada with the dude with the big giant fake boobies in the school? What the hell y'all got going on up there?
Well, no, I didn't. I don't watch the news. I didn't. What happened?
Well, you might start because you got a teacher up there with a set of triple super 44 triple double decker D fake breasts on, and he's a shop teacher. He running around up in the school looking like that with short shorts on and shit. I mean, I don't know what the hell y'all got going on up there in fucking Canada.
Aren't people
I could get you the link. That shit is sick, man.
Aren't people allowed to be freaks now, though?
You're gonna cut one of them boobs off in that shop class with some of that chop saw in here. Tell you right now, I can tell by the way he's chopping. It looks like one of them things is gonna get in the way here in day or two.
Why is he in the news? Because of the boobs, or
I don't know, something about you guys up there in Canada want to allow transsexual teachers to treat people. So they're saying, what happens when some teacher comes in that looks like him with a giant set of boobs and wants to be a teacher, and they'll say it's okay because he's allowed to do whatever he wants to do. I mean, it's a Canadian rule. You guys are getting pretty lenient up there as far as the.
It's part of the destruction of society. It's a part of the destruction of society.
In Florida, our governor said you ain't allowed to say the word gay in school to the kids for a bunch of years.
What's wrong with gay?
Well, kids don't need to know about sex when they're 5 years old. They need to know about playing with toys and stuff. You don't need teaching children sex at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. They're going to learn it soon enough.
I thought you meant that you're not allowed to tell the kids the word gay. I thought that's
You're not.
You mean the teachers?
In Florida, the teachers aren't allowed to say the word, teach the words about being gay in school in Florida.
Oh, good.
I guess up to a certain age. Well, that's not understand. I said, I don't care anything. That shouldn't be gay or straight sex shouldn't be taught to children up to.
Yeah, I agree.
And maybe, I don't fucking know, but not young children. So I don't know. But either way, like I said, don't believe everything you hear on the internet. If it's about me, most of the times the motherfucker gonna be lying.
Yeah, but most of the time you're lying too, so.
Don't lie. Pick a lie I lie about.
But the story you just gave sounded like the truth. So I'm gonna I came to you. Realize that when I saw that I had a chance
if you watch the video, you'll even have seen Ross say Fort Earth Farmer called me, and so did COVID. She said that on the comment. I said, yep, and she didn't answer me. And then she called me back, and I talked to her on the phone. So I know a little bit more than all y'all know, but I won't tell anybody anything till the time comes, because y'all don't deserve to know, because you talk too much.
Good.
You worried me to death.
Good.
You even worried my pets. You know that song? You know that song? You talk too much. You talk too much.
Okay, now shit, I'm feeling all good and everything with you. And then I just remembered that you almost made me have a fucking stroke the other day.
Did I really? Gosh,
yeah.
What can I do? I haven't gave nobody a stroke. I did. I gave somebody a stroke. So I don't worry about it. You don't even be the second one.
I can't believe I'm laughing at you. What you did, I didn't see 303's videos, but I saw 3 videos that you put up about 303, and you could have gotten him and his family killed with your words.
No, that's his words. Mine's. No. You tell a cop, you come to my house, this ain't gonna be a simple trespass, and I'm open carrying. That's a direct fucking threat to the cops. You're gonna have a shootout with their ass, and you got 6 kids in the house blocking you from the kids because you told them I got a house full of people. The only people we got in there 6 freaking children and his wife. That's 7, 8 people. That's his house full.
Yeah,
2-bedroom home. He gonna get them people killed, lady. I hope they take him out while he's outside the house, because they're going to get him. They're going to get that boy.
You know what, though, you king of spin? When he said, it's not going to be a simple trespass. I have open carry.
Yeah.
What that meant was it's like going to be a 2nd degree or something like that, trespass. Not I'm going to have a shootout with you. And when you put that in somebody's mind.
That's what he said. That's what he said. Did you see the cops show up? 4 of them spread out like that, ready? They wasn't over there just talking. They was ready to fucking for war, lady. And that was because of that phone call, not because of my video, because it wasn't minutes later they showed up at his house.
Is that the first time you've ever seen cops show up? They always act like that. They think they're in the fucking military. They always act like that. They have a stance.
He told them he was trespassing. Did he not? He said, I'm trespassing. I'm telling you right now, I'm trespassing. I'm breaking the law. He told that cop that. Then when the cops got there, he said, no, I was just saying that. How
peaceful was that? How peaceful was that interaction?
When he laid his gun on the ground, that became peaceful while he was over there away from that gun.
I don't remember.
He pitched up and threw his gun on the fucking ground as soon as they got there.
Oh, I missed that.
He didn't have that gun on his side while he was talking to him. No. It would have blasted his ass. Hey, the boy's fucking living in someone's house that he doesn't have permission. He's been trespassed.
Yeah, come on. You know the story is much bigger than that.
Yeah, the story is you lose your job, you move. Get the fuck out. You don't owe him $12,000. He even said in his own video, fucking, he owes me a month's pay. You know anybody makes $12,000 in a month? Not his broke ass.
I'm used to living in the lower echelons of the neighborhood.
Yeah, so is he. He's a tweaker. He's busted for meth, was on probation for doing methamphetamine. How many kids did he create while he was tweaking? I wonder.
Yeah, but you're saying the mom's doing it, and
I'm saying if he had meth in his 5th system, meth was in his sperm, which means it's in the child's brain. So when it's born, they're fucking breeding methods or fucking meth fucking junkie.
Why are you judging that? Why aren't you sad about that?
I am sad. He's got 6 kids and another one on the way. That other piece of shit in Canada got 8 fucking kids. They ain't got no job, no fucking trade. They have no fucking give nothing to society. What do they have to offer? They suck the system dry. Free food, free Medicare, free fucking WIC, all that good shit they get from the governments. And they don't give nothing back. Nothing.
I'm giving you your chance to do their soliloquy, but we both know that isn't quite the honest truth.
Well, how can it not be? They don't work.
But
I worked my whole life. You know, my arm is fucking killing me all day.
According to what's true, he has businesses and he works.
Yeah, sure he does.
Yeah,
like on the computer 24/7.
Yeah, but he probably works from home.
Oh yeah, he sells T-shirts and stickers. You know how many people do that? You can go to fucking over there and buy your own T-shirt right now at fucking Teesprings. Why you need to buy one from his broke ass?
You can't survive with 8 kids
selling stickers.
What?
He sells stickers and T-shirts. He survived paying 8 kids and sells stickers.
That's what the wife does with the T-shirts. That's not the family business.
Hold on a second, Cat. What's truth is not to be mentioned up here.
That piece of shit, he ain't worth a damn.
Yeah, brought him up.
I did, yeah. He's just like fucking Toothless. They're the same kind of people. There's so many of them on YouTube. I've been watching them forever. How can you have so many children and no jobs?
I'm not going to stick up for all these people that are like really mean to each other, but I'm asking you about what you're doing. You could have gotten him killed when that's not what he meant.
No, he could have got himself killed. Pack your shit and get out of the man's house. He's over there drilling holes in the man's door frame. Did you see that? I mean, dude's good if he ever does get his house back and it's not shot full of holes by the police. I'll be surprised. I hope none of them children get hit by the bullets. And that's probably the only reason the police didn't fuck with him that night is because they were afraid they'd have to shoot that house full of holes with all them kids in there. And they fucking backed up out of there is what I think. But they'll be back. They'll get that boy out of there. You just can't fucking hang out in somebody's house and say they owe you money. You know what I mean? Where's your receipts? Where's your paperwork? What, I was there for a month, so he owes you a receipt for, were you paying taxes on that money?
He got fired for no good reason.
So now,
And there was something about the tools. He was buying tools from the boss, so it was part of his deal with this.
Do you know what that means? That's a civil. You have to file civil suit against him.
Okay, well, in the meantime, if he doesn't have the money that he's owed, he can't move out anywhere.
He has to move. You don't get to live there just because you ain't got no money. No, that's not the law.
A family doesn't move into a bus shelter just because.
Yes, they do. If you don't save your money and have a bank account and some credit cards and a little bit of backup and spend all your money on guns and ammunition, don't you think he'd have money for a fucking down payment in a fucking apartment somewhere?
Both the wife
sell the fucking guns. His wife got a pretty little pink pistol. He got fucking pistols and knives and guns. I'm sure he could put all that shit down there at the pawn shop and get him a down payment for at least last month of rent.
Who knows if he hasn't already?
And then go get a job because he's carrying the guns on him. He's got a fucking rifle laying on the kitchen sink with 6 kids running around inside his fucking house.
I don't like it because everybody's always talking about his rifle, and it's almost like it's putting it out in the universe that he's
a fucking AK. It's an AR or whatever, with all the fancy plastic grip handles. It's just a rifle with plastic handles. Is all it is. It's the same as a fucking deer rifle.
Any of them, they're all ugly. I like the old ones.
Beautiful. I love them.
I like
cool shit. But the point being, if you don't have a place to live and you take 2x4s and drill holes in a man's door frame, you're destroying his property. Are you not?
Yeah, but the guy's a low-life piece of shit. He deserves an ass kicking.
But
it's his property.
Toothless, he paid for it, didn't he? But Toothless doesn't have a job.
He's not being ethical. You don't fire a family like that off on a whim that's based on lie.
Why don't you? You can't. Hey, you can't walk around my hotel in the middle of the night with a fucking AR and a pistol on your side causing problems for my guests that I want to rent. And the way I understand it, he was supposed to fire his buddy, the crackhead, and refused to do it. And that's why he got fired.
What crackhead?
He wouldn't do his job. His buddy that was living there, that he was acting like fucking.
I didn't know that.
So you don't know any of these stories because you don't even understand, but you're sticking up for a guy. 303 begged money from a lady I used to know out here that had horses, and she gave a bunch of these people money, these cop watchers, 303 cop watcher, along with a bunch of other ones. They begged so much money from this lady she couldn't feed her horses. She committed suicide.
I heard about
a friend of mine. That's the kind of people you're sticking up for, 303. So when you come out here and you guys group together and think you're going to attack me and talk all your happy horse shit, y'all don't know your ass from a hole in the ground.
Yeah, if you know damn well
right now.
Any group, I am on my own.
No, you're sticking up for this piece of shit. His wife ought to leave him, take her kids, go to a woman's fucking protection shelter and get away from his tweaking ass. What his wife should do, protect her children. Shouldn't her children come before him?
PF, I'm talking about sticking up for what's right, not sticking about him. I don't know him.
Why are you even talking about what's right? How could you pick what's right if you don't know him? Because he's a fucking piece of shit.
Right now, where he was working and his wife was working and they were holding down both the jobs and taking care of 8 kids and making sure they had a roof over their heads and trying to get in between this hump before they get a new place. All of this stuff they're managing to do, and you just want to kick them in the shins.
That motherfucker needs to go to prison.
Why? What? When he's trying to do good?
Because he's a piece of shit. Why? All the threats and the bullshit he put on me. Well, I'm still waiting on his little punk ass to come down here. He said he was coming down here to Florida in an RV. All his buddies, his good butt buddies, was going to buy him an RV. He was going to come down here and park outside my house. I'm still waiting on his little punk ass to get here. But he's too goddamn broke to feed his own children. Well, the motherfucker has no job. How's he going to feed the kids for the next month? Squatting in a house that got 2x4s fucking barred across. I hope it ain't a fire because 2 of them exits.
Yeah, but he still ended up coming out to talk to the cops. Take all those boards off. Maybe that was just one of the doors.
He got one door. 3 doors in that property. I already looked all around on Google Maps. 3 doors. 1 goes to an office, 2 go to the outside. Okay, he got 2 of the doors fucking barred. If there's a fire, there's no fire escape. 6 children will die. And you'll be sitting there sticking up. Well, he should have been allowed to stay there. The motherfucker can't even fucking afford to pay rent.
2 doors, and it's a house, and it's got windows.
It's got an office building beside it. Also, it's an office with 2 bedrooms beside it.
PDF, hold on a second. Kat, I'll unmute you. I'll unmute you here in a second. I'm not going to sit here and keep letting you defend these people and attack PDF. if you don't stop.
Oh no, she good. She good. I like this because she don't understand, and a lot of people listening don't understand as well what type of person they're dealing with here. You're talking about a guy who was around here when he said his name was 303 Cop Watcher. Hung out and kissed Eric Brandt's ass for a fucking long time. So he built him a big old page, 20,000 subscribers. Don't make no goddamn money off his little fucking junk page he got. But either way, then all of a sudden he's not a cop watcher. Fuck the cop watchers. Remember, I've got videos on the PDF files. You can watch it come out of his own filthy fucking toothless mouth. Well, so now he's not going to be a cop watcher. He's going to go out and fucking make money fucking with people. And he was coming to fuck with me, but I'm still waiting on his little fucking toothless ass. He can't afford to get out of his own fucking block. Piece of shit, motherfucking worthless son of a bitch like that. Got 6 kids. He can't afford to feed them. His wife puts up with his ass, but I think she's a tweaker too. I really do. I think they're fucking tweakers because most people I know that ever was tweakers, they're still tweakers. I don't know anybody ever got off that shit. I know he was a tweaker. He was on probation for it. You think his wife wasn't? She just didn't get caught, probably. Now, you tell me where I'm wrong in my thoughts for the facts that I have so far. You're going to block the fucking doors? You ain't got no fire exit? Why do you think there's 2 doors on your house?
Those are your opinions on the facts. Those aren't actual.
No, they are the facts. I have all the facts. Everything I told you, I have documented.
About them being meth heads and shit, you're just assuming stuff.
When you get busted for meth and go on probation, you're a meth head, are you not?
Yes, but how could they?
Okay, so now, when you have a pregnant wife at about the same time you get busted for meth, is your baby going to have meth in it? Probably.
All the meth heads that I know could not achieve what they've been achieving.
They ain't achieved shit. The boy couldn't even keep teeth in his head. He's only how old?
He's trying, and
he's trying my ass. He's fucking squatting in somebody else's fucking land. That man owns that land. Even if he owes you a month's pay, which he don't, the boy didn't work. Walk around with his AR at nighttime all night long, acting like Billy Badass, looking for a fight. Fuck him. That son of a bitch is going to go to prison, and I'm going to laugh.
And Keebler, I am not attacking PDF. I'm having a discussion with him, and I am being as respectful as he's being with me. So I don't know why you're taking that.
Oh, don't worry about it. We got this. Check this out. You are taking the wrong side. If you had 6
I'm not taking a side.
If you're picking his side, you think he's actually trying. You really believe that man tried? Why don't he have a job?
Because he just got fired.
Well, then you go get another one, don't you?
I don't know what it's like. What it's like where he lives.
Well, then move. You got 6 fucking kids to feed. What are you going to do? Say, well, I'm going to live here and starve my kids out because there's nowhere to fucking get a job.
It costs money to move.
You pack your shit and go. Don't you save money? Why would you buy guns if you have no money in a fucking bank account?
I really don't understand a lot.
Well, wouldn't you sell them then? I mean, that'd be the first thing I would think you could probably sell to get enough money to buy an apartment. Put 6 kids or a tent. You could stay at a fucking campground or something, maybe.
I don't know how much the guns are.
How much longer does he think he can live there? Say he lives there goes to court for a month, right? Say he gets a court date in a month, and he does actually get a court date. Let's say he does, just for shits and giggles. Well, he's still got to pay for rent for the month of staying there. So if he did owe him money, the guy can pretty much charge him about whatever going rent is. And so that's going to be some of the money the guy would have owed him off. Now he's got to pay for destroying the property. The dude's going to need new door frames. You got to tear them old door frames out. You can't just replace them fucking boards because that's all one piece. The whole frame is 3 sides with a bottom. So he's got to tear his frames out because he ain't going to just put some wood putty in them big old lag bolt holes he got fucking all over that guy's doors. So that's going to cost him a source of money. So eventually he's still going to be out on the street with no fucking money and 6 kids. How does he think he's winning here?
I don't know. It seems like he's trying to prove a point.
He's an idiot. He's a fucking idiot. He wants to shoot out with the police. On me, and he'll get it too. He'll fucking get it. Tell me right now. That's what he's going for. He's fucking. Wasn't this 3% shit he keeps holding his fingers up talking about 3%? Is that some kind of gang?
I don't know. I'm too old
to
know.
So you don't know nothing about none of this shit, do you? But you got an opinion. It's funny how you can be so opinionated but have no fucking facts and proof about anything you're opinionated about.
I've been on the earth just almost as long as you, and so
you ain't been nowhere near to what fucking roads I've been down.
Hey, I'm from Toronto, okay? Toronto.
I'm from America.
No, Toronto. You don't know Toronto. Toronto's like a mini New York. especially if you're downtown, and that's where I raised my child.
Why? Why'd you raise your kids in a fucking mini New York downtown?
Because where'd he go?
He probably had internet.
Oh.
He probably or a phone call.
I'll answer his question while he's off.
Yeah, hold on a second. Yeah, everybody say hi to Mr. Toothless over there. I made a stream. Woohoo! He don't have any other content. He has to restream.
Oh, he's restreaming us? I don't know. I'm only paying attention here. My daughter's father was from the Junction in Toronto. And so his family, welcome back, Pia. His family was part of that community. So it's like a little village inside a big city, right? So I wanted my daughter to grow up. She had one of her same teachers as her father. And there was, if she went to the pool hall, we got a notice. Like, the people would tell, hey, we saw your daughter in the pool hall. So it was like we had spies everywhere. So it was like a little village community. But where she was growing up, a hooker is a person in your neighborhood. So they were just like full-fledged people in the neighborhood, hookers, right? So all these things get to be normal. Once you do it for a while, it gets to be normal. So some of this stuff, I know lots of drug addicts, crackheads, and everybody's saying I'm a crackhead because I've done crack. So now they're all going, oh, well, you have to be a crackhead then. You can't just do crack. You have to be a crackhead. So now you're saying, I know that I'm not. So now you're saying this stuff about him. I'm thinking, if this guy has worked so hard to be a better person and feed his family and everything, and then he wants some justice. He's probably having a little bit of a breakdown. Everything was going the way he wanted it to go, and then all of a sudden it got pulled out from underneath him. So there's a family who's trying and then got shit on the face because of people like his boss, and I know people like his boss. There are people like his boss, and his boss deserves a lot worse. So I'm not picking up for 303. I don't know him. He looks like my son-in-law, but I don't know him. I'm just saying what's right.
Well, what he's doing is not right.
PF by the cops is also not right. He's trying.
I haven't seen anything the cops are doing yet that's wrong.
No, I haven't either. But I'm saying about PDF. I'm talking about PDF.
And anybody who is making excuses and trying to say he's right.
I'm not making excuses. I'm talking about what PDF did, not what 303 did. I'm talking about what PDF did by saying when it was clear to me that he meant he fell off again.
All right. Hold on. Can you turn your cam off? I don't have very strong internet.
Hey,
thank you, Rob.
What's that?
What's up, Rob?
Oh, Tuto.
Another day in paradise.
Hi, Tuto.
How you doing?
The topic was actually for people to talk about, help with, say, their respect for Ross and concerns and grievances and just whatever they wanted to talk about with AC, because they can't go to their panel and do it because you get blocked.
I don't get blocks. I just don't want to be abused, so I just don't go up.
I've been blocked over there at AC since February.
I don't know why you even try to go up there, because you just get abused too.
You said there was only one person blocked up here, and I thought, well, I got one you ought to put on the list, but you decide. Do you know a guy named Swammy or the Swammy?
Yeah, I know.
He's a good candidate for your block list, but wait till he gets here and then we'll shoot him on sight.
Well,
how you doing?
This is, you can air your grievances out just as long as you don't talk over each other and you let them talk. But I'm not going to
Oh,
allow
okay.
people to
Well,
be
yeah,
attacked.
I bet. I mean, we've already got the clips of the fucker his stupid shit about some lady giving me bunches of hundreds of dollars over a fucking drone. But
Yeah.
anyway, enough of that shit.
I was trying to go over there and I went to say a comment and I subscribed and I was like, hell no, I can't friggin' talk. I gotta wait 13 weeks to friggin' talk. Hell no. I unsubscribed and left again.
Where are we talking about?
Gotta go up there and block friggin' Rick Crude trying to talk about defend people, and they're gonna friggin' block him and then lie about him not being blocked.
Where are we talking about?
Lady dies.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know her. Okay, well, thank you for letting me have my say, Keebler. And I believe I was totally civilized as a guest. And I thank you for
It was a little too, getting a little, like I said, I'm not gonna allow too much attacking going on. You can ask questions, but he's right though, Kat. You're picking the wrong side on this one.
Why do you keep on saying I'm picking a side when I'm telling you I'm not picking a side? I'm only
say that the landlord is a piece of shit. Yeah, we all know there's slumlords out there, but you still can't do wrong and commit crimes trying to make your point. Do it the right way. Do it the legal way. Why didn't he file his papers months ago before he lost his job? Why didn't he actually do his job?
He did do his job. He got fired for some stupid reason that was illegal, and he wants some justice.
Kat, you heard what you wanted to hear. You didn't hear this whole story. You didn't hear the truth.
I've been listening to his videos. I've been watching his videos.
You're getting content. You're getting what he wants you to hear. He's not telling you the truth.
Okay, well, I don't know if anybody has any other truth besides his.
Have you seen his views? How can somebody with over 20,000 subscribers only get that many views? Couldn't he have a whole lot more? I know you can't. I have low internet, Rob. I done lost my train of thought.
I don't think his views matter one bit. I'm talking about whether he's. I know that he kind of uses us as props for his story, like he did the other day when he made it look like he was going to break in and open the hot water, and he didn't. He just wanted to get the cops over so he could talk to them face to face, and say, he wanted to make his complaint because he has a complaint and they're not listening. And that is the part that the cops aren't doing right, is they are not taking his complaint against that guy. That's all he wants, and they won't do that. So now him and his family, it's not your family, it's his family. His family, which is a very big family, are ready. It's like, you know what? We don't have anything to lose now, right? So we are going to get our justice. And he's doing everything the right way. He's filing the proper, he wants to file the proper papers. He's not some maniac with a gun who's going to go shooting up with the cops. And to make that idea and put it into the cops' head, like, it's okay, you can go ahead and shoot him because I thought that too. That's not true. He just wanted to know if it would be a more complicated trespass. That was why he said what he said, not because he wants to have a justice shootout with the cops. And that's irresponsible.
Point. Sorry, you had Rob.
What?
I thought I heard Rob pipe in. Coming from a cop side, thinking when you tell a cop on the phone that you're going to basically break the law and trespass to do it, that is a crime.
He didn't say he was going to do it with a gun, though.
Yeah, actually, he said he was going downstairs to cut the lock and turn his water back on.
Yes, he did say that.
How they talk to his face or to his on the phone, and then he told the cop that if they try to trespass him and do anything, it's not going to be an easy trespass.
He said it's going to be fun. That was a stupid thing to say. But he said it was going to be fun.
His home is barricaded, locked in from the inside.
Only
When
one
people
door.
barricade, people aren't barricading and building walls to keep people out. They're keeping people in. This is another Ruby Ridge. Hold on. He has watched too much conspiracy theories. He's watching
You're doing that.
another Ruby Ridge.
You're doing that.
Correct.
You're doing that, Keebler. You're spinning it. You spun it.
No, I'm not. You already said he flashes 3% sign. Do you not know that?
No, I don't know what it means.
They don't realize I know what that is.
Well, what is it then? If somebody's going to keep on mentioning it, what is it?
It goes back to the old revolution. It's with the 3% of the population are the ones who stands up. Only 3% of the population is standing up.
Well, that's what he's doing. He's standing up for
he's breaking the law. The right thing would have been, if he had an issue with his landlord, was to go down and file paperwork.
Look how things are already corrupt.
And hold the government and the courts and those people accountable to make them do their job.
Keebler, he is trying to make them accountable to do their job
because to the last minute, and he's using squatters' rights to stay inside his house, because as long as he's inside that house with those kids,
they're squatting
inside that house. He is using his kids as shields, because those cops will not come in to take him out until it's safe to do. They're not gonna, because they know he's gonna be live streaming so that he can get content and try to get money and build his channel up. He's creating a false flag attempt, and like I'm with PDF. I hope the cops catch him out on that property, because he deserves to be in jail. He's using his kids as a shield.
What does catch him out mean? Is that some kind of vernacular for the younger ones? To catch him out? What does that mean?
Catch him out of his apartment, out of that place.
Oh, you mean just actually catch him? Like, okay. So, yeah, okay, but see, the thing is, why won't the cop take his complaint if they can't even do something at that basic
level? How do you know they didn't?
Because we saw
everything. How do you know he hasn't made 50 million complaints and they're just all the same thing, and they tell him over and over, it's a civil suit. It's civil. Go to civil court. Sue him. File a suit.
But the landlord has acted illegally and has denied them their human rights.
So it's okay for Toothless over there to friggin'
I thought we're not supposed to be bringing him up.
Wrong because the landlord's committing wrong. It's okay. Let's all bow down and worship him, because he's barricaded and keeping his kids in an unsafe environment.
I give these harsh judgments. Don't you find these harsh judgments?
I'm not done. I'm not talking about that anymore. Like I said, because we're just wasting our breath. You know, I kind of like to talk about what John Hobbs up there mentioned, because I guarantee people don't realize that Virginia and Texas are about to pass laws to make it a felony for parents to pretty much keep a child from if they want to change genders. It's not. It will be a felony. Even Texas is considering passing that law.
Say again what the law is?
They're considering a law to make it a felony and be child abuse if a parent stops their child from changing genders.
Oh, it's evil, and it's going on here in Canada, because there was a man whose daughter was convinced that she was gay, and then the mom stick up for the operation. The dad's like, she's too young. I don't want her to get an operation to change her. And the government, and then he ended up in jail. The father ended up in jail for trying
We
to
have the same case that's been going on down here in Texas for the last, I think, 5-6 years. Right here in Dallas. A dad with twin boys, and the other one, the mom's trying to say is he's a girl, and the other little boy is a boy, because I guarantee mom wanted a girl but had 2 boys. So she wants the other one to be a little girl. And they've been going to court and everything over it. And all the little boy wants to do is be just like his brother. You know, at the time when it started, he was like 4 or 5 years old. How does he know? So he might have played with a doll, or he might have played with the neighbor's little girl or something, and with dolls and stuff. That don't mean he's gay. They experiment.
I know.
Play with toys.
You're preaching the choir here, because I agree with you.
You know, but to say they want to put him on, have a surgery, and it's right here in Texas. Been going on. Y'all gonna look it up in Dallas.
It should be.
They have a Facebook page. I can't think of the kid's name though.
It's criminal behavior. Doing this to society, and people go along with it because you know why, Keebler? Because you know this mentality. But like, I stand for this. If you don't stand against this, then you're a piece of shit. That whole mentality is how they've got the public to go along with these ruses. So now people will buy this shit like it's okay to convince children that they're confused and they're maybe the opposite gender because you once thought about being the opposite gender. All of a sudden you're gay. So now it's time for drugs and an operation and no he and she, and the whole thing is meant to fuck with all of our minds, right? It's not just about the children. It's not just about the gay people. It's a whole mentality, part of brainwashing the public. So we're puppets. So as long as people are going along with this, I stand for this and I stand against that, and make such a big deal about it, that those people are just being tools of the oligarchy, because it's not what you're fighting, it's the fact that you're making those actions. That's all that's important to the oligarchy. It doesn't matter what the topic is. Black America, Black Lives Matter, the climate cult, doesn't matter what it is. Those are just exercises. They want everybody to be in this mob mentality. So I am suggesting that we not be in a mob mentality. And stop judging so harshly, you know, like that thing. I brought it up when we were on PDFs, but just very lightly, because I don't want to embarrass you or anything like that. But you know, the thing that people get at you for, you have been judged so harshly, so unfairly, and they don't care about the true story. They only want to spin it in their own story. I see that. Doesn't matter whether you and I get along or not. All I care about is the truth, right? So
that's what I care about, but I ain't gonna make excuses for somebody who is committing wrong.
I'm not. I don't think what he's doing is wrong.
Wrong because the other person is doing wrong.
I don't think he's doing wrong, though.
You don't think it's against the law to barricade and your doors from exits?
That's not your original question. You asked me if I thought it was wrong. Whether it's the law or not is immaterial to me. All I care is whether it's wrong.
Is it illegal to block it of a home?
I don't know, but I don't care. I don't care what's legal. Well, all I care about is what's right and what's wrong. And I don't think what he's doing is wrong, so whether it's legal or not. We're talking about basics of human life here, where you're going to live with your family, keeping a roof over their head. That is desperate business. You have a child. You understand this. Having a roof over your children's head is important. It is the basics, right? Now he is at a point where he has lost everything, and now he's trying to get some kind of justice, and he can't get justice. So he's taking this opportunity to put it online. We haven't seen his life for the last few months at least. We haven't seen his life. He's been busy working and doing what he was supposed to do. Then when he got into this trouble, then he started getting online. If he makes an extra buck on his channel, that's great, but I don't think that's the main reason why he's doing it. He used us as a prop to try to get the cops to come out there, which is his main thing, what he wanted. He got what he wanted, and it was a peaceful exchange. He never raised his voice. He always acted responsibly. He wasn't combative. He just stood by his point, but he wasn't combative. Usually he acts like more of an ass. You know, when he gets up, you know, it's like start yelling things and stuff like that. He wasn't doing that at all. He was completely respectful, and they didn't even make any stance like they were going to fight him. Everything went peaceful. So this characterization that everybody's putting on him is wrong. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not sticking up for him. I don't know the guy. Okay. I don't think we've ever even talked. I just watch him. And I've only watched him for a bit. You all know more than me. I'm talking about what's right and what's wrong, not whose side I'm on. I'm not on Tonic's side, but that doesn't mean that I agree with what Huck just did. I don't like Tonic at all, but I don't think anybody should be falsely accused of anything, including you.
Well, unless Tonic wants to come in the chat as his original self and explain and apologize, because he's also responsible. I don't want to bring his ass up.
He's responsible for Ross? For Ross?
Yes. As far as I'm concerned, Tonic can take a flying leap off a cliff.
I don't think anything he does pretty much here is right, but I don't think that you can put that on him. And why isn't it?
Who can I put it on? He attacked her over something she didn't do. She posted a comment that said, "Thanks, Rick, thumbs up," and he went after her because he doesn't want what he did in his past to come out.
It's already out.
Exactly. But he didn't want it to come out again. He don't want people to see it. He don't want new people to see what he did because he threatens the woman. That's why she don't want to friggin' be.
Yeah, but it was more of an underneath thing.
He threatened her. And then if he doesn't threaten her, he wants his cronies does it.
What was the threat? What was the threat? I missed the threat. I saw him bullying, but I didn't really see it. It's like an underneath bullying. It's not like actual attacking. What ASMR did was attacking her. How come you're not mad at ASMR? He attacked her.
Yeah, I am.
Tonic was just a smartass like he always is, but ASMR actually attacked her. But still, it's not ASMR's fault either. There's something going on in her real life. I'm telling you, Keebler, I'm sure of it. When she showed up on AC's panel, she was over the top for Ross. I could feel the energy.
No, she wasn't. And you know what? You can go.
Why are you taking this as an insult?
Why? Because I know Ross Khan. That wasn't over the top for her. That was who she is. She was having fun, giving away money like she likes to do, and cutting up.
She was manic. Her voice was manic. The tone of her voice was
Are you a psychologist?
No, I don't need.
Do I have a mod? Is there any mods still up in here? Now, I'm going to sit and have somebody backing somebody making those kind of things, saying, defending people who are committing crimes. It's illegal. You cannot commit a crime because you think somebody else is committing a crime. You can't, two wrongs don't make a right, people. What is wrong with y'all? How is that? That wasn't truth. That was some, y'all are some sick people. Like I said, very, very sick. Very, very sick. Like I said, but the one person I want to ask, isn't a channel owner responsible for their channel? That means they are responsible for who and what goes on their channel. Because according to YouTube, you are. So why is AC saying he doesn't have any control? He doesn't have any accountability for what happened on his phone panel. Is he not the channel owner? Evidently, Tonic must own that channel then. Or Game Over owns that channel. Because that's the only thing I can figure. He don't actually own that channel. If he don't have accountability and he's not responsible for anything that goes on that channel, on that panel, I just don't get it. You taking off, D. Johns? Thanks for coming. I think I'm gonna, let's take a little break. And it is my panel. It's my channel. If I don't want to argue and put down and everything else, I don't have to. That's the beauty of being a channel owner. That's the beauty of it. Let's go with that one. Oh, potty break. And yeah, actually, when it happened, Rue took her panel down. She stopped it. Because up until then, everything was fine. She wasn't nobody was attacking on and bullying on her panel. So don't even try that. With the time.
Bring me down.
Alright. Just a little bit of a friend of mine back from the 90s. Try tracking that one. I would, Too Tall, but I don't have very many songs on here. I only put a couple uploaded, so that I knew I wouldn't get struck for or get a copyright claim on. And yeah. So wait a minute, y'all coming over, you're defending the AC, but he can't come over and talk in the chat. It done said he ain't gonna get blocked in chat as long as he's underneath his own name. Yeah, up in the first, she was fine until y'all let him up and they started attacking. She was holding her own. She was asking questions, and then everybody started in on her and saying she couldn't do it, but yet you allowed Tonic to ask pretty much the same questions. And then you started going from 5-minute drops down to 15 minutes. 15 minutes. She's kicked off for 15 minutes when she was only kicked off for 5. She made y'all a shitload of friggin' money. And y'all took it and you allowed her to be attacked. You patronized her. You humiliated her. You attacked. You harassed. She started crying. She says it in that freaking clip. She told y'all how she felt, what she was thinking, and you continued, 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 and went on for 7 hours. And you think you're good people. You ain't good people. Everybody can't be good people. 2 wrongs don't make a right. Why is AC hiding behind a skirt anyway? Put the video back up. If it is because it had a copyright claim that doesn't do anything, edit it out. It don't take that long to edit the part out and put it back up. Because I'm telling you right now, people are waiting. If it's not up in a matter soon, it will go up so people can see and be able to see it for themselves, the whole thing. Cajun Ranger, you ought to go check out the last video before now. Look around. We love Ross, and you're not going to get away with it. People are not going to tolerate it. You're going to be in a little bitty area, and that's where it's going to stay. Millions of people love Ross. You attacked and bullied the wrong individual. So, how is anyone to blame? So, Tonic, AC, you, Game Over, whoever else, Asmir, y'all ain't responsible for patronizing and harassing and bullying and laughing at her when she was crying? You're not responsible for your actions? Then who is? Who's responsible? Manda? Which I have a feeling, I think I might know you from a while back. but I don't know for sure. Because you sure sound familiar, like I know from another community. No, y'all try to put the blame on Ross, but she put out when you made her cry, and she was crying, trying and explained herself and how she was feeling. She told y'all, and you continued. You just left him up. You brought him back up. So y'all ain't responsible for your actions? Have you came out publicly and apologized? I'm sure people may feel a little bit better, but they're not going to forget. People might understand if you apologize. Maybe some people, but others aren't. Y'all pretty much done. How far are you gonna go? How far are you gonna continue to do it? Till someone actually doesn't have somebody to make a phone call and get them help ASAP? Because when that happens, you're definitely going to get charged, because you're going to be held responsible then. You will be held responsible if you keep going. So how far are you willing to go? How far are you going to go? Because the next person you attack and harass and humiliate for 7 hours may not have millions of people that love them, may not be able to pick up the phone and get help to them. No, y'all really need to look in the mirror sometime at what you're doing. Oh, she could have logged off. You could have dropped her. You could have said enough. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, huh? Fuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear too, right? Let's make excuses because I'm too immature to take responsibility because I didn't put a stop to it. I saw that she was upset. I saw that but it was fun. It's a game. It's just all for fun and a joke, right? You stopped it and moved to another panel. You didn't stop it. You didn't put a stop to it. An hour and a half later on that panel, and then you went to the other panel and hid in Discord. Nope. I done told you can stay in a chat. I don't trust you. Sorry. You can stay in chat. I don't trust you. You won't get blocked in chat, but I don't trust you. As long as you're in your own name, AC. Hey, Miss B. Why would I go on your panel? Why would I go on your... Yeah, actually, I tried to comment long time ago, and I couldn't. Like I said, I can't trust you. You can talk in chat in the main chat. You will not get blocked. No one block AC in chat. Miss B, you're welcome to come up too if you would like. No, you have never been blocked on this channel. You might have been timed out. Your sock accounts might have been blocked, but actually, no, your sock accounts aren't blocked. They're just timed out. The only time a sock gets blocked, is when it's actually cloning a channel or doxing. What was that? I tried to talk to you privately. You didn't want to be a man then, did you, AC? You wanted to bring it public for your content. So, come into the main chat so everybody can see what you're saying. Because I can't keep switching back and forth. I only have one device, as you know. If you... Okay, how about this, AC? Because I ain't reading all that. How about this? How many people's in chat? Give me a 1 if we should let AC have 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or a 2 if I shouldn't. 1, let him come up for about a little bit, or 2. All right, Miss. Wait a minute. Is that you, Miss B? Miss B? Hello. Is that it? Send me a text, Miss B, if that's you. Okay. I gotta, like I said, I'm nervous, but
Let me get my. Hey, I messed up on the camera. I got the camera on backwards. I don't.
Oh, I understand. Like I said, 1 or 2. Should we trust AC? Should I let him come up for a little bit?
But why you want to come up? First of all, what purpose does he have for coming up? What's his reason for wanting to come on your panel?
I can't see AC.
Well, what name he using?
Come over here in the chat.
What's his purpose? Why do we want to come on your panel?
I want some answers. I want to know I want the answers.
What kind of answers? What I just got here. What happened?
About why he doesn't feel he's responsible for his own channel. That he shouldn't have stopped what was happening.
Well, he's not gonna stop. We know he won't stop.
Let me see. Let me go back and count. How many ones do we got?
Commander gave him a 1.
We got Snark gave him a 2.
What's the one? The one that says for what?
The one. The harm is the fact that I don't trust.
I'm still trying. I'm not understanding. Why would he want to come on your panel?
Commander gave him a 1.
Well, but if
1 is to bring him up, 2 is not to bring him up. You know what? I'm gonna let him. AC, I'm telling you right now. You understand me? I need some acknowledgement. Because you can't have your cam on here because I don't have very good internet. So, you understand?
But Dijon, why should she have to put a screen block up? Why would he want to? So that's his purpose.
I got no purpose to porn bomb anyone, which is what I've been trying to say to the both of you. I have no reason to.
Hold
on. I just got here.
Hold on. Regardless if I do, regardless if I have an issue with somebody.
Hold up, AC.
I just got here.
You are for no reason. So that is why.
Well, first of all, authority check, please calm down. Don't come in with an attitude. She wants you to talk to her. Can you just talk like a human and don't come in like a bully? Don't come in with that bully stuff. Just calm down. Take a deep breath.
This is in your channel. Please don't give me directions.
Okay, I can say anything I want to say.
Hold up.
Down.
Hold up.
Calm down.
Like that. Stop it right now. You will respect Miss B, AC.
I don't get that. What was the purpose of I don't care about you. You want to come on her panel, just calm down. Calm down. Talk like a human. Don't come in already like a bully. You came on the panel with your bully attitude. Calm down. My channel or whoever channel, calm down. She wants to talk to you. You want to get a point across, but you can't come on nobody panel with no bully attitude. You're not in control either. It's not your channel either, authority check. She gave you a voice. You want a voice. Calm down.
No. Yes. And if you're going to come back up here, you are going to respect Miss B. We respect our elders over here. Miss B is an elder. She is your elder. I don't care if you don't like her or anything else, but you will show her respect.
I never done nothing to the young man for him not to like me. He just got his bully bandit on. I don't know what conversation y'all were having earlier. I wasn't here. I just got here, so whatever happened, I have no clue. And if you want to speak, just calm down. What's wrong with that? You want to have a conversation. The conversation goes where you speak, she speaks.
Exactly. I was going to trust you and let you talk as an adult since you want to do it for content, because we know you're recording, we know what's truth is restreaming, so you can't get it. Everything else is all bicker and holler and back and forth. You can have your answer the questions as a reasonable adult. Can you be an adult for once, AC? Can you? You know, even I'm your elder.
Exactly.
Give me the respect of an elder, either whether you like me or not.
I have children AC age, and I dare them to try to talk to me in a bully manner. So you think I'm going to take it from some little old guy off a YouTube page who does nothing but disrespect, try to make fun of people, try to belittle people, and who's belittling himself? And I have a lot of paperwork on you. A lot of paperwork. And you know I do. Calm down. The attitude got to be left in the backstage. If she brings you up, you talk like a human. You talk like a man. You're trying to get to some type of closure in this bull crap on the internet, then you have to be a man. You can't come in as a bully. You got to leave all that stuff in Discord with your friends that play them kind of games. You know, nobody goes on your channel. Nobody comes on your panel because it's your panel and you do what the fuck you want to do when the fuck you want to do it. We get that. But right now you came to Keebler panel and her channel. For what? To try to bully her? To try to control her narrative? Whatever she was saying about you, I have no clue.
I have no narrative. I'm trying to ask questions, and I told him he's welcome to come and chat. He wanted to come straight up on in the back chat and talking in private, and I'm trying to communicate with the text. I can't see. It's hard for me to get switched back and forth. I told him to talk and chat. I went ahead and put it to the chat. I gave you a voice. Yeah, he's only live in 5.
Okay, but it's not like he far beyond porn bomb somebody, because he got an attitude right now, and when he gets these type of attitude, that's what he does. He porn bomb. You done it to Hippie. You've done it to Autotron. You've tried to do it to Yee. You have a pattern of this. This is nothing nobody's making up about you. This is your pattern. This is your narrative. Then you come in here and you're with your hooping and hollering, trying to tell somebody whose panel is who and all that stuff. You think I don't know I hit StreamYard to come up on Keebler's panel? You think I didn't know that, Authority Check? You think I need your permission? You's a kid under me. I could have gave birth to you, but if I gave birth to you, I beat your ass right now, 40 years old or not. You're disrespectful. You have no morals. You have no standards. And your boundaries is disrespecting and porn bombing. You made that reputation for yourself. You bragged about it. You have talked so bad about this lady on her panel, on your panel. You talked bad about her. You doxed her. You done all this stupid stuff. Why did you do all of that? You done it for content, narrative, and a click and a view.
What did I?
It made you feel good. Now, did she put your name out there? Have she porn bombed? Have she came on your panel to porn bomb you? She came to your panel and tried to take over just like you just did hers? Come on now, Authority Check, grow up. She gave you a voice. Use your voice and not your attitude. Drop your attitude at the door. Backstage. Leave your attitude there coming there. Good, hello, Keebler. Thank you for giving me a voice. Can we come to an understanding? That's what real people do. But bullies, they come in. That's not gonna get you anywhere. But drop like you did. You got dropped. And I didn't drop. You don't like me.
I did not drop him. For the record, I did not drop him. He dropped himself.
Oh, okay. So, if you want to be a man, be a man.
I did not drop him. I'm not that fast to do. I have one. I'm still learning all this. I did not drop him. He dropped himself.
Be a man. Now he's finna go and start a panel so he can just bash and bully again. Again, what would that get you, Authority Check? Where's that gonna get you? What's that gonna get you?
You're alive, but you could come back over here and act like an adult. Because, like D. John says, most of us don't go to your channel. We don't like it.
Could care less about his channel.
No, I gave you, took a while But I wanted to go ahead and hear you because I wanted to solve and hear how long this is going on. When's it going to stop?
Exactly.
Next person has nobody to call and get help to them ASAP, and they don't survive. That's when it's going to stop. Is that when you're going to get your kicks off? Because you're going to be in jail when that happens. Because believe me, there's a lot of people who don't have anyone. They don't have anyone. So you're going to go on. You went 7 hours the other night, or last night. When was it? Friday into Saturday morning. You went 7 hours attacking somebody. The next time you're going to do 10, 14 hours attacking them from panel to panel, attacking them. And it's going to be somebody who doesn't have somebody to call, don't have millions of people that love them. Why don't you be a man for once, AC? Be a man. Don't run.
And don't try to bully nobody.
Oh, all you got to do is show respect. We don't talk over people here, especially an elder.
He don't care. He don't care, but what he does, but what he's not understanding, he has little children at home, and how you acting now is how your children gonna act. And will you be proud of them acting like you acting? Will you? Is that your goal? Why you can't talk like a man? Because you're so brainwashed in this Discord and this bullshit on YouTube that how you talk is how it's gonna get you somewhere? That's not gonna get you nowhere. It's gonna show just how ignorant you really are, and you proved it. You proved just now that you ignorant. You don't care about nobody. You here because you got your feelings hurt, or your I don't know what's going on with you, but you're not being an adult. 40 years old, you still can't grow up and be a man? Grow up. She gave you a voice on her channel. And the only thing you can say is what's not mine because I said you need to calm down. Calm down. Just calm down. All that hooping and hollering you want to come up here with. See, that's the way you talk to people on Discord. That's the way people talk to you on Discord. We got the videos of how you get talked to, how you get dogged around and clowned around. So you thought you'd come on here and try that tactic? It doesn't work and look good when they did it to you. You didn't like it. So why would you do something to somebody else that you don't like done to you? That's not being an adult. Everything you doing right now, your kids may not see it now, but they'll see it. YouTube don't go nowhere. Remember that. And you know your whole family has been doxxed. Your kids, everybody know who they are, and they're watching them. They're following them. They know where they go to school. They know everything about your children. And you still out here acting a fool. They following them now. So as soon as they get old enough and go on the internet, which kids do it, they're gonna do it behind your back. Mine did it behind my back. And yours gonna do it behind yours too, because that's what you're teaching them. You're teaching them the internet. Why you not teaching them respect? How many times you took your children to a football game, a basketball game? How many sports they play in? They play hockey, basketball, football, volleyball, soccer. Do they do any type of activity? How many times you take them to the park and just throw balls around, have a picnic, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts? Or do you just sit on the internet all day long and look for people to try to belittle and berate? That's your adulthood life gonna be like? That's the adulthood life you gonna pass on to your children? When the last time y'all had a spelling contest? Who reads the fastest, you or your children? Have you had any reading contests? Have you read the terms of service to your children? Have you even read the terms of service? Or you just want to be a bully? You got to grow up, authority check. You got to get this bully badass attitude out of your mind. You're not bad, and you're not a good bully. You used to be a decent human being. I started following you when you had 20 or less subscribers. You was a good kid. You was very humble. And now you have turned into this monster. Come on now, grow up. Grow up and go back to being a decent human being. Anybody who doesn't allow you to be decent, anybody around you that's not decent, you should look at that person and say, is this the person I would bring to a family function around my children? Or is this somebody that you just want to be around so you can pawn bomb, so you can show sexual deviance acts on the internet because your feelings hurt and you're mad? That's how grown people act. Because I don't. And you're right, this is not my channel. I just woke up and I came up here because I saw Keebler going off. And I want to know what she was going off about.
He
And
just
then
went.
he showed up.
His title. What is it? Hold on, let me go back and look. What was it? Keebler, don't call out when you don't want to hear the truth.
What's the truth? Don't come up if you want to bitch and holler and complain. You know, all that hooping and hollering you just tried to do. That was not telling the truth. That's being a bully. That's being a stalker. And that's being a fool coming off of Discord. And you're trying to entertain your buddies over there. Get out of that buddy mode shit. You don't have to be disrespectful to have friends. So now you're gonna go and talk like a dog about somebody because you mad.
Gonna go say I kicked him from the panel. It takes me freaking forever. If I was kicking people, I would have done it already. But I wasn't. I wanted to just hear what you had to say. I wanted to have a normal adult conversation that was, without all the bickering and all the hollering and hoopering and hollering and disrespect. I gave you that. I didn't kick you off no panel. So quit saying. And you wasn't saying nothing. You were screaming and hollering and mad. And all I did was mute you to say you're not going to disrespect someone of elder. So basically lower your voice. If you want to have a conversation, you want to get your say what you want to say, come on back. Because nobody's going over there, AC, except your normal trolls, so they can get the clips. But go ahead, put my stuff back up, like you always do. Like you're hurting me.
That's what cowards do. Cowards hide behind a keyboard. And see, his friends, they like that kind of stuff.
I want to know, like I said, doesn't YouTube punish the channel owner when someone gets porn bombed?
Yes, the channel owner, not the person doing the porn bombing.
So if basically a guest comes up on a panel and they do break terms of service, they don't get held responsible. The channel owner does, right? So if someone is harassing and cyberbullying and patronizing to a point to where somebody is crying, wouldn't that be considered breaking terms of service by a guest? Shouldn't the channel owner be held responsible?
I would say.
No. So only other thing I can see is he's not the channel owner. If he can't take responsibility for his guest, or he doesn't want to, He must not be the channel owner. I wonder who the channel owner is, Miss B.
Well, we know he passed it out to other people, so we know that for a fact. But I don't understand why he couldn't come up and talk like a human being. Why he had to come up and try to push his narrative by hooping and hollering and screaming. That's not being an adult. Adults talk in a normal voice. Hey, Keeper, thank you for allowing me up. Now, what questions do you have? Now, woof, 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 woof. That's
Yell
not
at
being adult.
me, don't mute me, and then mutes himself, and then he drops. Yeah, I muted you because you were yelling to tell you to have some respect and pretty much lower your voice.
That's it.
And I unmuted you. Right when I unmuted you, you muted yourself. Does anybody else want to come up, snark? Join the party? All right, D. Johns. Have a good night. No, he's on the same channel.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's why he have his voice set. He can say whatever he want to say on his channel. He can have anybody up he want to. They can say whatever he allows them to say. But when you go on someone else's channel, you can't try to control the narrative. He done got life confused. Somebody told him that being a bully and a fool and talking loud and trying to overtalk people is the way to go. It's not. That's the way fools act. Be an adult. What's wrong with being an adult? Talk like an adult. Talk like a man, not like a kid, not like a bully. This is YouTube. Nobody cares what you think, but the people in your chat room that gives you money, clicks, and views. That's what you're there for, just to make sure that you're belittling people. I wouldn't listen to nobody that belittled people. Now, like I said, I just got here, so I don't know if you were belittling him. I have no clue. I just got here.
Snark, this ain't a no cussing free zone. Oh gosh. Now that one y'all can get rid of. They wanna. That's all they got is to come in and drop the dating sites again. Woohoo! But it's not a no cussing zone, Snark. I know you got a lot you want to say about what happened. Oh. That's twice. That's twice, Miss B, that I've tried to be an adult with him. Oh, okay, you're good, Snark.
That's my girl.
You can turn it off, turn the cam off.
Snarky snark.
Green on this, so I don't show too much.
All right. I'm all high tech 2 devices now, motherfuckers. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I'm not gonna be able to watch my mouth, so don't be mad at me. But you can drop me. I'm okay.
No, you're good. This ain't a no cussing zone.
These bastard fucks.
Just talk like an adult. What's wrong with talking? You didn't
Adult
come up
say
here.
these bastard fucks.
No, I'm not talking about the bad words
I
that
hate these
come in.
fuckers
Woo,
and
woo, 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 woo,
bullshit they've
woo, woo,
done.
woo, 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 woo. Hey, you be quiet. This not your channel. All that kind of stuff.
I know that was bullshit.
Just be an adult. Hold on, calm down. You're 40 years old. How you act will determine how your children act. That's my only point. You know that, Snork. You have grown children.
I have grown children, and
Hold
they
on a
act like
second.
fools. Imagine that.
Is that really my Doc Danger there? I need something. I need at least a peace sign. Gotta make sure that it's really Doc Danger.
So I got my other device on and the shit show playing. I'm in there under Citizen Not.
Can you comment and chat real quick, Doc? I've only got one device, so. Doc, hold on. Oh, okay. Oh, hold on. Gotta go back. Oh, dang it. I'm getting there.
Oh,
hey, there you are.
Hey, what's up, Doc?
Hey, Keebler. Yes, it is me. Yeah, so I knew if I said Nabisco, please, you would know it was me. So,
yeah, I knew. I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm only on this one device and I'm still new, so.
I know. Well, the thing is, I can't even type in regular chat because I can't be on YouTube and I can't be on StreamYard at the same time because my computer won't do two things at once, Keebler. My computer has more STDs than Ron Jeremy in 1982, Keebler. It really does. And it's like, yeah, I can't do two things at once. So I'm glad I was able to at least type to you in the private chat. How are you, ladies? What are we talking about up here tonight? I just came in.
Well, we was pretty much talking about how you felt about what happened to Ross and her being attacked to the point she had to get help.
He's saying she wasn't attacked right this second.
Wow. Okay. I'm not even aware of the incident. Yeah. I just came in. I saw you were live, Keebler. I was like, oh, I got to go up and say hi, but I wasn't sure what the topic was. So Ross Khan, yeah. So can you give that to me in a nutshell? I'm sure everybody else knows the whole story already and they know what's going on. But can you explain that to me in a nutshell, just so I know what is happening with Ross Khan? Because I love Ross Khan. So yeah.
Well,
I'm not gonna be happy about this.
You know how Ross is. She goes up. She's very go-lucky. She's happy. She's kind heart. Gives money out to almost anybody for no freaking reason. And that's what she was doing. That's what she was doing. She was up going around. She tried to do it over at one channel. They didn't really want to. So she came up. She was having fun over there at AC's Friday night. Giving out, did 2 giveaways, gave money out to 2 different people. And then all of a sudden, Tonic comes up and wants to start going after her because she made a comment on Rick Cruz's video where he called the ex and put the videos back up on it, showing what he actually did. You know?
Okay.
All Ross did was put a comment and made a comment. Thanks, Rick, thumbs up. And Tonic went off. Started jumping her. No, Ross. She came back. She held her own for a little bit. No, you know Ross. And then all of a sudden, they started ganging up on her. Started dropping her, kicking her off the panel. She had to pay to come back up. Kick her off again. She even gave AC $50 to kick Tonic off the panel for an hour. He brings him back up underneath a different account and said, rules can be broken. Well, he needs
good Lord.
Rules. The only, pretty much, there was no rules. He didn't tell us to give the rules. When you have a game, shouldn't you give the rules out and let people know what's going on, how to play?
Well, generally that would be the way you would do it. Yes, Keebler, I would think so. Yeah.
Sounds like he's making up rules as he's going along. Oh, it's okay. You can come back on a different account.
Yeah.
Come back in.
You got to pay to come back? I'm not paying to get on anybody's fucking channel. I'm telling you right now. I don't have to pay anybody. Good Lord, man.
You pay to get kicked up. You can pay them to kick somebody off. You can, and then you can pay to be able to come back early. It's supposed to only be 5 minutes, but I guess the more you pay, you can add.
Wow. That's so fucking cheesy, man. That really is. There's some music shows that do that too, Keebler, that if you pay them, like they'll play your song. If you pay them even more, they'll bump you up in the list. And if you pay them $50, like they'll do a whole focus on your music for an hour. That's so fucking cheesy, man. I'll tell you, as a guy that does a music show, I am never, ever going to do that. Never. I am never going to have anybody have to pay for me to play their music on my show. So yeah, I get it. It's kind of the same thing. So you got to pay this guy to go up there and get on his panel. Fuck that.
You pay if you get kicked off. If someone pays to kick you off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard of that thing too. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. No, it's still stupid.
Like I said, it kept going, and then she dropped it. When she came back up, one time she was crying. I just put the clip is right before this live. I put the clip out, and it shows exactly what she was going through, how she felt. You can hear it plain as day, and how they acted, all of them, every one of them. And I made it's public. I kept it unlisted, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna make it public. Everybody needs to hear. Everybody's asking, how does people know it happened? It started here. That was the turning point. You can hear it in her voice.
Yeah.
She said how she felt when she was crying. She was there trying to show love and that you can have fun and everything. And they attacked and they harassed. They bullied. And then 7 hours later, Ruth shuts the panel down. I'm getting calls. Everybody else is getting calls. Luckily, safely.
So what's this cat's name has got this channel that's doing this?
Oh, supposedly he's a 1A in the 1A community. He's always been.
Of course. How did I not see that coming? Okay. Well, you know what? Whoever you are, just let me just white knight a minute. Fuck you. Fuck the horse you rode in on, bro. All right? Leave fucking Ross Khan alone. You want to take somebody on? Take me on. Take me on, motherfucker, because I'm way more aggressive. Trust me.
Not to mention, Ross Khan has donated thousands to him. Helped him get a computer that we have no idea what a computer is now, but helped him get another computer. What else she's done for him? Not to mention the money she gave him last night.
Wow. Wow. Okay. All right. Wow. What a dick it sounds like to me.
What else has she's done, Miss B? She knows a little bit more.
Yeah. Tell us, Miss B. She went to sleep.
Hold on. What was the question again?
How much money has Ross actually done for AC?
I really don't know. I really don't, because I don't follow Ross Khan in that manner. Because I have my personal opinions about Ross Khan, and I'll keep them personal. But I know she goes on a lot of different channels, and I've heard her say that she normally pay people to allow her on her panel. She doesn't pay them to be on the panel. She just always give a donation to the people that allows her on their panels. So I can't say, like I said, I'm not going to say nothing bad about her because I really don't know her. But I don't follow her, so I don't know much about her.
All right. Well, there you go. Respect to you for Mrs. B for putting it that way. I appreciate that. I like that.
Yeah, well, a lot of people do know Ross, and a lot of people love her and what
Yeah, I
they
mean,
did. Like I said, it's authority check.
I
That's what.
agree. I agree. A lot of people love her and respect. I'm not taking nothing away from her. I just don't really know her on that manner.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
I
I
got
don't.
you.
Yeah, I know she always speak to me if she see me in a chat, which I don't go on many chats because these people are very, very opinionated, and just like how he just came up here and he told you what his opinion was, and you gonna listen, and I better shut up and blah blah blah. That's not the way adults have a conversation. That's how
No.
bullies act. And
Yeah,
he
yeah.
displayed a bully tactic. He's known to display bully tactics. He's known to say wrong things about people because it makes him feel good. And he does it for click, views, and donations. That's a known fact. You can't take away facts. Just like the only fact I know about Ross is that because she said out her own mouth that she pays people a donation if they allow her on their panels. That's all I can say. So do I
Okay.
believe she gave him money? Yes, I do, because it came out of her own mouth.
Yeah, yeah.
This guy here, he just says stuff, and he learned this typical behavior from somebody who was training people how to be shills, who disrespect people, who's known to lie on people. His best friend called me a rapist, and I was arrested on my job for raping inmates.
Really?
That's what his best friend said about me.
Wow.
Okay?
I'm
But I
not
didn't
liking this
hold
guy.
that I
I
didn't
don't know what
hold that
you did
against
about him,
him
but I'm not liking him.
because he didn't say it. But once he did the stream on it and made it come out of his mouth, now he's held responsible for what he said, not for what somebody else said, for what he said.
Hmm.
When you back up a lie and you constantly back up lies, that's all you have is lies. And when you get click views and donations to repeat lies, this is the outcome of it.
Go ahead, Miss B.
Now Roscon, she had the ability, she had the responsibility to drop and stay away. She chose to go up there. I totally agree with that. She knew how they respond to people. She know how they treat people, and she know that to them because I've heard them all say it. Authority check all his cronies. They've all said they only fool with Ross Khan because she gives them money. They've all said it,
Wow.
and she still go over there and give them money. And her bull crap about she doing it for love and all that stuff, I didn't buy that either. Now I'm only telling you my opinion. I mean I don't know, because if I want to show you love, I'm not gonna show you love by giving you money and then you disrespect me. I'm not gonna give you money from the beginning. I'm never gonna give you money because you don't know how to respect. You came up here, you have a reputation of calling yourself, bullying somebody, blowing your top, and then you pull out some old derogatory sexual deviant acts. You do that. That's your reputation. You bragged about it. You laughed about it. Don't act like now all of a sudden you don't do it. You do that. That's your MO. That's your motive of operation.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, when see these guys can't, if they can't, they don't like when somebody goes against their narrative. They don't like when somebody else has another opinion. They scream about the First Amendment all the time and free speech, but then when somebody uses it who doesn't agree with them and is not in their echo chamber and telling them what they want to hear, all of a sudden they don't like free speech anymore. And a lot of these guys are like that. I just had an altercation last night on another channel with a guy who was like that because he didn't like my opinions on a lot of First Amendment auditors. And yeah, he immediately started with the name calling because when they have nothing else, that is what they do. They right away, you're either a pedophile or you're a rapist, you know, and they just say it off the top of their head. They don't have anything to back this up. They just say it because they got nothing else. Because I was asking questions of this guy that he could not answer. He couldn't answer him except by repeating and regurgitating all of the things that he's heard before. There's no expectation of privacy. It's my First Amendment right to do this. Your feelings don't trump. It's like, dude, I have heard that script 100 times. I am asking you a question. Don't answer with that. I'm asking you, why do you do this? But this cat wanted to take it into the gutter. And now we're going to be at war. And Tuesday night on my show, I'm going to address him because he continued to talk shit about me after I left the show. It was fine when I was on there and when I could respond to him. And it got heated. And I'll tell you who this is. This is I had to look into it because I didn't even know who the fuck he was. This is some cat named South Alabama Cop Watch. You wanted to go to war with me, my friend. You wanted this, and now you're going to be sorry. Watch my show Tuesday, bro, because you wanted to continue talking shit about me after I left that show. Now I get to respond. Now I have to talk shit about you too. And I do a music show. We do a 6-hour show, but I will take 4 minutes out of that show to address you, my friend, and you're not going to like it. Guarantee me.
Yeah, conspiracies over there at ACs now.
Yeah, would have been nice. You know, that was very powerful. It would have been nice if I actually said guarantee you at the end of that instead of saying guarantee me. That kind of took out some of the power of what I was saying there. Son of a bitch. Yeah, but this dude pissed me off, man. He really did, and he picked the wrong guy. Yeah, but that's what they do, man. Again, like you know, he started calling us be a rapist and this and that. And once these guys don't have an intelligent way to answer the question, and somebody who's 10 times smarter than they are is talking to them, then yeah, that's what they drag out. You know, he started telling me I'm a bootlicker and I'm a sheep. And, you know, people in the 1A community know that I have my own opinion, but generally I've been respected for that, even though, you know, people may not agree with me. Maybe I'm going against what they think. You know, they've been respectful to me. This motherfucker was not. He was not respectful to me, and people know enough to not call me a bootlicker because that's a trigger word for me. That is a trigger word for me. And yeah, he wanted to pull out bootlicker. He wanted to tell me how I'm a sheep, acting like I'm some compliant guy. No, I'm not the sheep, bro. You're the guy who regurgitates all of these things that you hear other people say. You're the one who follows that because you hear people saying what you think you want to say. So no, you are the sheep, my friend. You are not thinking for yourself because trust me, you're an inbred bastard and you don't have the ability to think for yourself. You fuck South Carolina. So Alabama. Oh, sorry, Carolina. Hey, people in Carolina. I didn't mean that. See, I don't even know who this guy is, man. Apparently he's South Alabama.
He's Hippie's new co-host.
That's who I am. Yes.
How you doing, Z?
Fucking A. Hey, conspiracy music. There he is out there.
I'm doing great, Keebler. How are you doing?
Doing all right. Yeah.
You know, my only issue is people should not be bullied to the point to where they want to commit suicide.
Ooh, okay. That's a good point. Yes.
That is my point. Cyberbullying is a crime. And people who want to cyberbully and do that to people should be locked up in a fucking dog kennel. If you want
to. Go ahead, brother. I'm with you.
Look at Tonic, look at AC, and look at Asmar. What do they do for the community? Absolutely nothing. What do? They cyberbully people into wanting to end their life and commit suicide. They told me to swallow a bottle of Tylenol.
Really?
They wanted me to end my life and commit suicide. That's all these motherfuckers want, is to bring hate and violence to YouTube and to everybody that's around them. They're scum-sucking slugs. And that's my opinion.
I'm with you.
To get to the nit and gritty, after those 7 hours, Roscon swallowed a bunch of pills to where she had to go to the hospital.
Really?
She is in the hospital and she's doing okay. That was as of last night.
And that's from cyberbullying. Everybody needs to understand.
I didn't know that.
That's from cyberbullying, from AC, Tonic, and ASMR. There's videos out there on them cyberbullying and laughing about it.
Really?
And he's laughing on his fucking show about it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I might have to white knight for this. I'm not liking this, my friends.
That's why I said you can get the whole gist of the attack where she was crying in a 12-minute clip right before this live beat on my channel.
And that's wrong. And something should be done. This is not correct. This is an act of hateful people trying to take somebody's life. I don't care whether you like her or you don't like her. But you do not cyberbully somebody to the point to where they want to end their life. It is wrong. It is criminal. And they should be locked up in dog kennels.
Well, what she did now, not taking nothing away from the situation, but Roscon chose to go up there. She paid to go up there. She know their reaction. She know the hatred they have for her. She know, and Roscon is not an angel. You know, she says mean and devious and evil things to people, but she done said some things about people that I thought was just way, way over the top. Way
she caused them to try to commit suicide.
I don't know if they tried to commit suicide, but they were very evil and mean and vicious. So I'm not saying that she's just perfect angel, but she chose to go up there. She knew what the end results was gonna be. They were gonna attack. She chose that. But what she should have done was don't be drinking. Don't be up there dealing with people that you know are gonna attack you. Okay, I know AC doesn't like me for whatever his reason is. So why would I entertain him by going on his panel or even to his channel? I just avoid all of him. I avoid him like the plague. She should have just avoided all of that.
I agree.
Now she put herself. I'm not taking up. Don't get me wrong. I understand everything you're saying, but when you put yourself in a volatile situation, violence will come. Why do you think we go after the gang members? They're gang. They are proud to be a gang members. They attack people who don't say nothing to them. Now you have a case, but if you go walk into in the gang's den, then you're gonna get the gang mentality. Stay away from them. Avoid them. They're no good. They're corrosive people. They don't mean you no good. Why would you go over there and give them money and talk about love, but yet you go over there and you say some devious things to people while you on that panel? I received a link that night and said, you need to hear this. And she wasn't being all angelified over there. She was throwing lugs at people in the chat. So she's not no angel. I don't want nobody to think that this lady is an angel. She does a lot of devious things, and she does a lot of sexual content stuff too. So you can't be an angel and a victim. You can't be both of them. When you want to be, if you want to display a certain attitude, then you have to stay with the people that displays the type of attitude you have. If you want to be part of a culture of disrespect and belittling people, and you step into their domains, then that's what you're going to get. You're going to get disrespected, belittled, and you know that they're all money grubbing e-beggars over there. And you know the only way, so you giving them money to try to make you feel good, or maybe they won't say things about you, then you are the one fooling yourself. And
You know, she
when
can
you
be
mix
fooling herself.
alcohol
She
and
can be in
drugs,
denial. She
yes,
can be. She can be not an angel because none of us are. But anybody with any kind of sense knew. I just jumped into that fucking chat for like 2 minutes that night before all that shit happened,
me too.
and I could tell that she wasn't in a good state of mind. It doesn't take a damn genius to not try to kill people.
Yeah.
But you can't go in the devil's den and play with the devil, and then when the devil comes back at you, then you want to be a victim. That's not how life works.
And she ain't here asking to be a victim.
Yes, but you pay, you think money can control people. Money doesn't control everybody. It doesn't control nobody. And once you give money to somebody, like Commander say all the time, you flush it down the toilet. It's over with. Get over it. So if you over there giving them money because you think they're gonna treat you like the person you want to be treated like, you want to spread love, and all the time you did berating and belittling somebody that's in that chat, you're gonna get it back. Stay away.
I understand. I do stay away.
Yeah, just stay away.
But
And let
sometimes
them
I
do
get
all
drunk
the
and walk down the
talking.
street to someplace dumb and do something dumb.
Right. You let them do all
And
the
that's what she
talking.
did.
Yeah. Just stay away from them
I can't
because
even
they're not
imagine
going to
what the fuck they
change.
had to say to her.
But they're not gonna change no matter what. I don't know because when I saw what was going on, I left. I didn't stay in there but a minute too because somebody sent me a link. They didn't tell me who the link was for or anything. So I clicked on it, which I normally don't do. But when I clicked on it, she was sitting on the panel up there and she was berating people in the chat.
Yeah, she's always liked running around with the trolley people, the drama people. But
well, I think I can kind of explain a little bit. Like I said, from what she said in that when she was crying, what I understood is and what I know about Ross is she tries to show people goodness, even the ones who are going down the wrong path. She is always wanting to try to turn them around and show you can have fun to a point. You don't need to cross that line. You can have fun too and cut up with each other. No, she's trying to show that light. And some people, there's got to be people that does it because if nobody tries to keep trying to help the ones who are lost, then we really are going to have a lost world. There's got to be some people that still tries to help and show the lost that you can be good, that you can do the right thing and still have fun.
Agree. But she says one thing, but she displays something else.
I agree. She's not 100% perfect, but by the long shot.
Right, right. But when you go and you talk to people and you display an attitude with people, and you know that his main goal right now, because he was taught to be a shield. His main goal, because see, he's got that mentality now that he doesn't even hang around the person that gave him that mentality. He found out that person was just as evil and vile as the next one. But now he wants to try to display the same attitude that that person displayed. He want to come on people panel. He want to shout them down because he want to get his narrative out there, and then he'll do a sexual deviant act. That's his motive. He made that plan of action for himself. Nobody did that for him. So now to go on a panel to talk about the same thing he's been saying about you, it's not going to stop. That's not going to cure anything. Just stop it, grow up, and leave all the negativity out of it. No grown people should be always negative. I'm just saying, you can say things about somebody that you don't think is right, but to go and try to gossip and declare war against them and put their personal information out there and say that you part of a gang and you the leader of the gang and you paying people and you gonna let them come into your gang if they go and they do uh mean acts against people, like kill them, put them to sleep. And that's not what adults do. But what you're doing is you're making content for your children, and when your children get grown and they start receiving this information, because the internet goes nowhere, and neither does videos.
Go ahead.
So when they play that stuff to your children when they're 18, 19 years old, and then your child come back and say, "Parent, did you really act like that when I was a child?" Now,
Right.
what you did is affecting me. Now, I'm gonna have to look at my parent in a different light. I can display to my children a loving kindness, and then I can go on the internet and I can display a evil, vicious, vile, sexual deviant
That's right.
act. But when my children get old enough and they can do this for themselves, it's people, I'm telling you, it's people that's following his kids right now. They know what school they go to, they know their full names, they know everything about his kids. And they're waiting until they get old enough so they can show his children how he behaved. And he's not gonna like it when his children come to here. I say the same thing to Jason Goudet. Jason Goudet is a vile drunk. He's an ignorant drunk. And when his kids, they know they're his kids too. And the same thing gonna happen to his children. Children will suffer for the things that adults do today. They're gonna suffer. I'm sorry. That's a fact.
Well, if they're being raised like that as well, by the time they reach adulthood, they might just be on board with what dad's doing because, that might be the environment they grew up with, and that might be the dad that they had. So they might not even be embarrassed by him because they might just be little carbon copies of him at that point, which will be sad. I hear somebody typing away. Well, Trumpy.
Sorry.
I think Trumpy made a good point. He said earlier in the chat, what about Hillary's emails? And there you go, because that's probably all involved in this whole thing. He probably has a good point. Everything that's happening probably does come back to Hillary's emails. Good Lord. Yeah, doxing people, the whole hate thing. It's a drag, man. And I hate getting involved in shit like that because it's not really what I want to do. But somehow I get sucked into these things sometimes. And I don't like mean people either. And I don't like people who have to resort to name calling.
You guys are so lucky I'm not a mod, man.
I know. I was thinking that earlier. It's like if I had a wrench. I
had whacked those two long ago.
But I have, and I can't. I would actually give you a wrench, but I can't go.
No, I don't want one. I don't want one because I'll start whacking people.
So I try to keep.
This is your channel, so I won't whack anybody.
Yeah.
I'll just be a little gray guy, and I'm happy with that.
You can whack away on what's true. The only one right now is if he wants to act like an adult, he is still welcome to come over here. If he can show his elders respect.
But
act like
my only point, though, Keebler, and I'm just going to interject my point real quick, is I understand where Miss B's coming from. I understand where Snarky's coming from. I understand where you're coming from, Keebler. But the cyberbullying has got to stop. That is a crime. Cyberbullying is a big crime. And when you take a person to the tipping point to where they want to commit suicide and say, I'm just tired of this anymore, and they want to kill themselves. That should not happen. It's like them telling me to take a bottle of Tylenol in my life, right? Should I have done that?
No, no, you shouldn't.
And nobody should have to ever be to that point where that they want to take their lives. And if people out there cannot understand that, then there's no fixing them. America is just doomed.
I know. And you know, if somebody does say you inadvertently push somebody to that point, if at least you felt bad about it afterwards and you realize, wow, this is what happened, but to laugh about it and think that's funny.
Yeah, and he's over there now going off on, oh, well, PDF and Mouse. Oh, and everybody else because he's
it's
just
always F and PDF this and F and PDF that. They have nothing else to talk about.
Yeah, well,
the good cyberbullies.
Shift the blame.
PDF ain't here right now. He's done went to sleep. He was here. He was up here. He had internet issues.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Why should I be an adult when I don't have to be?
Exactly, Misty.
But when we all should always be adults. These StreamYards didn't start out to be bully tactics. They didn't start out to dox people. They didn't start out of none of that. They were taught that stuff by people that has no self-esteem. See, people that talk about people and do this type of stuff, they have no self-esteem.
Yeah, this is true. You're right about that.
And you shouldn't. I mean, if Keebler was up here talking about people, I'll be the first one to drop. And everybody know that about me. I don't do that because that's not right. And you gave her a voice, and she was up there. I'm telling you, I saw it myself. She was up there talking about people in Authority Chicks chat that night. She was telling them, calling them all kind of bully names and stuff. So you can't have it both ways. That's not how life works. Either you're going to be a good, loving person, and that's what you're going to spread love. But you can't say I'm spreading love and then attack somebody. Roof, roof, roof. No.
Well, that's half of the propaganda and bullshit that they're pulling over there. They all think that they're good, upstanding, wonderful, loving people, but they treat people like shit.
I agree.
They're
exactly.
trying to live on both sides of the line.
That's right. And that's why they over there and you over here, because you don't cross the line.
I was over there under my other name, cussing them all like dogs.
Yeah, but you don't cross the line. You don't go up there and say, because see, Ross Khan was calling people by name, and you woof woof, you this, that, and the other. And they were in the chat. And one thing, and that night when I went over there, I went in his chat room under my name. Because I don't go over there at all. I don't use sock account. I don't know how to use a sock account. And I was in there, and I didn't stay but a couple of minutes because when I went in there, she was being disrespectful to people. Calling them name by name. You woof woof. You this, that, you this, they're gonna, I wish this on you and all that stuff. Ha 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 ha. So when they did it back to her, now she wants to play victim. You can't play a game with bullies and then become a victim when the bullies attack you. These are gang members. They are known gang members. They admit they're gang members. They use gang symbols, wear gang t-shirts. They're gang.
Really?
Gangs stick together. And you pay them. You pay them to allow you to say this stuff. And then you want to get mad when somebody else pay them to silence you? Now, should she have committed, took the pills and stuff? No, she shouldn't have. But should she have been playing the game with them? No, she shouldn't have. So she lost both ways. You know, you can't be a victim and a bully too. Either you're gonna be bullied and be a victim, Or you gonna be the opposite? Ross Cron, is a fence rider. And she thinks her money controls people, and it does control people. But the control is not going to be what she can control. She pay them to go on that panel. Then when she gets on the panel, she start attacking people in the chat. What do you think going to happen? Now you want to be, oh, woe is me. Oh, my feelings hurt so bad. I'm going to take a handful of pills. Is it right? No, it isn't right. But did you put yourself in that situation? Yes, you did. Because we all have our own off button. We say it constantly. This YouTube does not ask you permission to come on or come off. And that's what she has to. She didn't get that memo. The only memo she got was I pay people and I can do whatever I want to on their channel. No, you can't. It's a bad situation that happened to her, but maybe she learned her lesson. Maybe she learned that, hey, money doesn't buy happiness. Money doesn't spread love. Some money spreads hate. And you're not the only one out here on YouTube with money. Somebody may have scraped up their last $5 to kick her off the panel. We don't know that because I could care less who's on his channel, who goes on his panel, and what he says about me. I could care less. But what I will do, I will hold him accountable for what he says about me. And I have held him accountable. And I will continue to hold him accountable. But I won't go on his panel and degrade him and try to belittle him or anybody in his chat or on his panel. Because then I'm no better than them.
Yeah, I hear you. You kind of want to take the high road. I don't always do that. I mean, I try to take the high road, and then I get pushed, and then somebody says some shit I don't like. They try to do some bully stuff, and then I end up taking the low road right along with them. But they hate that, so sometimes that's
Miss B, I do agree with you on that point. I really do. You shouldn't put yourself in that situation, and if you do go over there on their panel and you do that and you do start degrading them, then you become no better than those people that you're trying to right the wrong of. Because what they do is wrong. They just breed hate and violence, and that's all that they do. I don't go over there. People send me clips, but I don't go over there. I don't want to waste my time with that. I don't want to waste my time with hate and violence.
Exactly.
I'd rather see productive in this world.
Exactly. So if you go over there and you participate, especially, to go and listen and get a clip, that's one thing. But to participate, what is your participation? What is the purpose of your participation? Did you go there to participate, to get clicks and views? What was the reason that you go? You have to have everybody that does stuff like Keebler. Her goal tonight was to show the disrespect that Ross Khan received. It pushed her to that point. So what was his response? I'm going to go there and I'm going to talk about Keebler because that's what they do. They go after negativity. Anything negative is the narrative that Authority Check Presents page is pushing. Negativity narratives. So he wants to go there and talk about something that Keebler's been fighting for years now. He calling her drug head. He calling her everything that he could think negative because that's the narrative he want to push. He didn't want to see no positivity in her message tonight. I just got here a few minutes ago. I was asleep. I received a phone call that I missed, but I heard the phone ringing and said that what was happening on Keebler's page. So I came over there to see. And Keebler said to me when I chatted in the chat, she said, Miss B, you can come up if you want to And I came up. I'm coming up to ask her what's going on. Then he comes up and start attacking me. But I
This
didn't
guy's
attack
live
him
right
back.
now. This guy's live right now.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
didn't attack him back
Okay.
because then if I would have attacked him back, then I'll be doing the same thing that he's trying to push. All I said was calm down and talk. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I just woke up. Calm down. What's going on? Talk like a man. Talk like a human. Talk like your children is going to listen to this. All my children is grown. So when I speak with like my children is listening.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're grown. You got little kids. And you talking like that, and you will do a sexual deviant act. You have done it when you were mad and you think that you're right and a person deserved it, and you laugh about it.
Wow.
I've seen
Yes,
all of
I
that.
did.
I done turned that stuff into the proper authorities. I turned in the proper authorities where you said that you want to declare war against me and bring me bodily and physically harm. I've turned all that stuff in already. So I would never go over there and participate in that attitude and that type of mind frame because then I'll be defeating my own case.
There you go. And see, and that's because you are a nice person. And I appreciate your morals. I appreciate your ethics, Ms. B. And you are a much nicer person than I am. Because what I'm going to do is I am going to jump down. And I appreciate you having me up here. Keebler, because I came up and I wanted to see what was going on at Ross Con. I wanted to say hi to you, my friend, because I haven't talked to you in a while. But I think I am going to pop over there to this guy's show and see if he wants to play with me a little bit. See how that goes. So, yeah, Keebler, I thank you. And this was nice talking to all you guys.
You take care, Doc, man.
Yes, you too, my friend. And I appreciated your story as well. I do not like bullies at all, my friends. I have to say that. So thank you for having me up. I appreciate it. And I'll be talking to you guys again, man.
Okay, and nice talking to you, Doc Danger.
Yeah, nice hearing you as well, Miss B.
Thanks for coming up. You're welcome here anytime, Doc. You know that.
You got it, Keebler. You got it. You're my old friend. So, yeah, I just wanted to go up and say hi. I didn't even know what you guys were talking about. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go. You guys have a good night.
All right.
All right, bye-bye.
Be safe over there.
I will try. I have a thick skin, so I will be okay.
They're not really going after men that well. They like going after women.
I'll bet. I'll probably be way too aggressive for anything he wants to deal with. All right, my friends, you have a good night.
All right. They know you're coming too.
But, Miss B does make a lot of sense. I have to admit, she does make a lot of sense. And I love it when she talks because it takes me from being angry to a more thinking mood of her words and the way that she puts it. I give her props, man.
But see, I work with gang members. I work with people with mental disability. I've done it all over my 25 years of working. And I know most of them because I worked with them once they was incarcerated. And most of them, once they get incarcerated, the first thing they always say is, I wish I had not done it. All of them say it. I work with murderers. They said if I could have took that bullet back that I put out that chamber, I never would have done it because it wasn't worth it. People say people like what happened to this young man right here. He got pushed into a narrative that all people are evil. All people say bad things about him. But what he didn't get pushed in the narrative saying, well, hey, I say the same thing. I talk about them. I talk about this man like a dog. I talked about his wife. I've done all of this stuff. And the minute he says something bad, whoa, I'm a victim now. He's victimizing me. The fuck what I've done in the past. And that's what he's done. And that's what she's done. She said some evil things to a lot of people out there who's now turned on her. And they're not gonna look at her in a good light. And was it wrong? Everything was wrong. Everything was wrong and everything that happened that day. But you can't blame one person for it.
That's true. If you don't go over there, then you won't get bullied.
Exactly. Why would you go over there? Why would you pay him money to bring you up there, and then you start attacking people in his chat and think nothing bad's gonna happen to you?
But see, Miss B, I have the I don't know what you would call it. I just have the opinion that people like that should just be ousted, man. I understand free speech, but free speech can go too far.
Exactly. But everybody, but you, it's like this. If he would have sit here and talked like a human, then he would have received a message that maybe he didn't, that he needed to hear, but he came on here to belittle, be degrade, and take over a narrative by hooping and hollering. And I'm gonna say this, and ain't nobody gonna say no. And Miss B, this not your goddamn channel. Blah blah blah. It's not. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna calm down. See, people don't want to calm down when they angry and they want to push a narrative. But you take a deep breath, you calm down, and you speak like an adult. You leave all your bullshit where you found it at. Bullshit.
Yep.
Just like when I came up on Pete Keebler channel, I came up like, what's going on? And at that point, he came up on the panel with his wow 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 boo 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 woo 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 woo.
I don't
What
know
is
who you're
going
talking
on?
about. Who
Calm
came
down.
up?
I need to know what's going on.
Miss B, who came up here?
Authority check.
Oh, I didn't know he was up here.
He told me that it's not my channel and woof woof woof. And Keebler was like, hold on, calm down.
Yeah, I was gonna go ahead. I asked the chat, and it was kind of a equal 1 and 2. Let me have a voice, and or 2 not. And so I decided, since I did kind of say I wanted answers, I brought him up, and he wanted to show disrespect, and now he's acting like I kicked him and booted him from the panel, which I didn't do.
Well, that's the gang mentality, as Miss B was saying, and it's true, man. They are bullies. They want confrontation, and I think it shouldn't be allowed. My personal belief, but maybe I'm stopping on people's free speech, but can you yell fire in a theater? Can you put people's lives in danger? And that's how I look at them. I just look at them like they're bullies. They're just dregs of society.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think I am.
I wasn't. I said he could be in the chat, but he didn't want to. He wanted to come straight up in the private chat. And
well, when all of that happened, I was driving. I was driving that particular morning. Yes, yesterday morning, day before, so whenever it was, I was driving, and he called me when all of this was going on Ruru channel. PDF called me, and he said, Miss B, Ross, did you see what happened? I say, no, I'm driving. What's going on? He said, Ross Khan just took a handful of pills, and I'm letting everybody know. And do you know how to get in contact with Ross? I said, no, we're not, on that level, but I know people that are on that level. So he passed on her number to me and told me, well, give it to everybody you know, because I don't know why I want to call for help, but I don't know nothing about it. I don't know where she lives. I don't know nothing but her phone number. So he passed the phone number on to me, and I passed the number on to people that I know where she lives. Now, if you call that as somebody who's not trying to get somebody help, at that point, because he said, Miss B, I'm still on Ruru panel, and I've just told her to end the panel. And Ruru ended the panel at that point. And I said, well, I'm sending a number to people that I know that knows where she is. And he did the right thing, because what good would 1,000 people call the police with no information? You don't know her phone number. And the only thing he had for Roscoe to say where she was a phone number. But I know people that know exactly where she lives. Everything exactly about her. You understand what I'm saying? So why wouldn't he call the police? Why would he call the police? Why would he call the ambulance? He can't give them no information. When you call for emergency assistance, they want to ask you questions. They want to know where this person is, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. Right or wrong?
You're right.
So he had nothing. He had no use for information to pass to the police. But he passed her phone number to people that I don't know if they had her number now. I really don't know. But I know that they knew where she lived. You know, the vicinity where she lived in. I know if I gave them the phone number, they can trace her quicker in her area versus trying to trace her down from Florida and 1,000 people calling.
That's very true.
You know, and I said all the time, Keebler know this about me. I said constantly, don't flood call no place. You're shutting down the emergency system. Flood calling doesn't help nobody, because if you got 1,000 people calling and 998 of them are saying stupid stuff, then you just shut down the communication. In my opinion, he did the right thing. He passed the number on to people who could help her. He said, Miss B, I know you know people who can help her. Here's her number. I didn't know Roscoe's number. He gave me her number, and I passed it on to people that I know live in the California area where she lives. That's all I know. She lives in California. They know when they see the area code, they pretty much know what area she's in. We're broke down by 3 things: name, number, and address. So when I passed the number on, then 5-10 minutes later, he came back and said, help is on the way. He did his part. Did he call the police? No, he didn't. He had no reason to call the police. He had nothing to give the police. See, this is the narrative that they want to run with about PDF. He didn't do nothing to help her. He said he wasn't calling the police on she on her own. No, he did not. He did not say that. He said, I'm not calling the police. She on her own right now because I don't know how to reach her. I'm in Florida. But he did pass her number on to people. So now his people have a phone number that never had a number before. If she change it, then I won't have it anymore. I never had her number. She was going through something very critical, and I passed the number on to people in California. Look, do y'all know what this number goes to? What's this area code to? She needs help right now. They jumped on it within 5 to 10 minutes. Emergency medical care was at her house. What more could you expect from the man? Or from me? I didn't call the police either. Am I guilty of a crime?
No.
I didn't call the police. What was I going to call and say? Roscoe, that's a name on the internet. I don't know her real name. I know nothing about this lady but Roscoe. And he gave me her phone number, and I passed it on to people who know more information about her. And in 5 to 10 minutes, she had help there. Now, 1,000 people calling with no information, what good would that have done her?
That would have done absolutely no good. Because if you don't have any information, well, yeah, you're right. What are you going to tell them? All right, guys, I'm gonna drop off because it's real late here and I haven't been to bed yet. So I'll catch y'all later.
Okay, good night.
All right, good night. Thanks for coming up, Z.
Yeah.
You make a lot of sense. No, she shouldn't have been over there. She should have dropped, but she chose to stay. But they could have, like I told Manda, they are responsible for their actions. They could have stopped. They saw how it was affecting her.
Exactly. And she could have stopped too.
No. Like I've been saying, two wrongs don't make a right.
Exactly.
Haters
And now
just
he
like
go right. So now he didn't went and started a panel to bash you about your point of view. Everybody has a point of view. Everybody does. But to go and attack people because they have a different thought frame than you do is wrong. It's too much attacking going on and not enough of common sense. You got to use your common sense. Now, I've worked and I play the what if game all the time. Now, what if I say this? How would the next person react to what I'm saying? You have to play the what if game. Now, what if now just when Authority Check attacked me, doxed me, and done everything he thought that he was legally right to do, which he had no legal right to do, then I said, now what if I do the same thing to him? Then I'm no better than him. But then I said, now what if I go to the authorities with my concerns about my safety? And that's what I chose. I chose the latter one. I went to the authorities because I'm more concerned about my safety and from him and his gang members than I was about what he was saying. Do you think he hurt me? He can't hurt me. I wouldn't hurt him. I would never hurt him.
yeah.
You know, but you do that when people people have pushed people in this community to the limit where everybody is bad, everybody hates you. No, you hate yourself. If I would have attacked him, then I hate myself. And I love myself and I love my children. And one thing I know for a fact, if I tell my family what's going on about him, it'll be a big, big, big situation. And he doesn't understand that everybody doesn't play those games. You can't say what you want to say about people. You can't do what you want to do to people. You just can't do it. That's not how society works. Because while you over there saying things about me, I'm saying them about you, but I'm telling my story to an organization that has law enforcement behind them. You saying yours to a group of people that want to be gang members. Who do you think going to win in the end? Law enforcement or gang members? Who you think gonna win in the end? But he didn't play the what if game. And he doesn't put his family first. I put my family first because I know my family. Put your family first. If you put your family first, you wouldn't say the things you say. You wouldn't attack people. You wouldn't make up lies about people. And the things he keeps saying about you, he need to let it go to rest. You're not going to change nothing. You're not making any sense. Only progress you're getting is a repeating your lie. Lie, 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 lie. If he knew anything about you, he know that you take drug tests every month. How can you be on drugs if you take a drug test every month? But he doesn't care about that because he's got to push this lie that he's been pushing, and it's for click, views, and donation. Like it or not, that's what you do it for.
Exactly. They know what they're saying is just all lies and BS.
But you get caught up in a moment and then you don't know how to stop. The way you get out of lies and BS is stop, 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 stop. And me, I don't entertain it. I go to the authorities with your lies and BS, and every time you spit them out, I turn it into the authorities. They don't work under my terms. They work under their own terms. And PDF is not lying when he tell him about the grand jury. There is a grand jury that's convening right now. It's not about him personally. It's about a lot of things going on YouTube. But his case is involved in what's being intervened by the grand jury right now. And that's why I encourage everybody to don't engage in verbal judo with nobody. Engage in paperwork. Like the people that just attacked you recently. that he's carrying water for. That put itself further into the grand jury investigation because those people are involved in the grand jury now. You can't go around spreading lies on people. You just can't do it. That's not the law. The law is legally, lawfully, and truthfully. You have to be truthful. And so if you engage with someone that's lying, then you're just a bigger liar than they are. You just stay the high ground. Stay away from them. I don't involve myself with him. Will I have a conversation with him? Yes, I will. But it will be a conversation that's going to be calm, cool, and it's going to be factual. It's not going to be about lies. It's not going to be about his feelings. It's not going to be about none of that. I will show him what is going to happen to his family because he doesn't understand. Everything he's doing now is going to affect his family. I never was on YouTube. I never was on no type of computer platforms when my children was little. Never was I. We use a computer only to benefit the children's aspect of life. My children, the one showed me about all of this mess on YouTube. And it all started out with the people that catch pedophile hunters. Because a guy that they went to church with was on the pedophile hunters. And from that point, that's how I found my way into this community here. And the first person that I communicated with out here was in California, people in California. And then I found PDF's channel, and I liked this channel. I liked his vibes, and he was the first person to make me blue. I didn't even know what blue was. I was out here before StreamYards even came about. StreamYards came about as a babysitter doing the mess that COVID mess, and people took StreamYards to a different level. They have made StreamYards what it is today: vindictive, corrosive. They did that to StreamYard. StreamYards didn't do it to themselves. StreamYard was supposed to be a platform where people shared information, not abuse, not disrespect, not people personal information, not gang members. That's not what StreamYard started out to be, but that's what people has turned it into. They sit around and they degrade people. They talk about people. They spread wrong information, and he keep repeating the same story about you, but has he sit down and talk to you about it? No, because if he sit down and talk to you about it, he'll find out that the story is not true. But he can't do that right now because he's caught up in lies. And he got caught up in lies with a person who now he doesn't even fool with. Come on now. Wake up. Wake up, being an adult. Think about your children. What if I keep spreading this lie and my children start lying to me? How can I tell them they're a liar when all I do is spread lies? Everything that a parent does affects their children, grown or small. So because I know if I send some of this mess to my children and my nieces and nephews and my siblings, it would be very, very bad. But when they find out about this, we'll be sitting in the courtroom. And I'm telling you, my children and my nieces and nephews would be like, Auntie, why you didn't tell us about this? We could have handled this. Yes, but you wasn't gonna handle it legally and lawfully, and it wasn't gonna stop. It was just gonna escalate. You got people on here right now running around talking about they believe in the Second Amendment. Okay, what is the Second Amendment? The right to bear arms, right? Right to have a gun. Everybody has the right to have a gun. So what, you believe in shootouts? What is your Second Amendment goal? If you read the Second Amendment was meant to protect your family and your property, not to go out and harass people, bullying people, and put a gun on them and shoot them. That's what gangbangers do. That's the narrative of a Second Amendment, fool. You're going to pull your gun out and you're going to start a narrative as a gangbanger? about the Second Amendment and you're a gangbanger? You got police records already on you? Come on now, think. Grow up, think.
Yeah. I didn't even see the other comment of Doc's. I was changing the banner. What do you think my question, Miss B? Did you see my question?
Let me look. What's your question? I don't see it.
It's on the banner. When is cyberbullying going to stop? When the next person doesn't survive?
Oh, I wasn't on the. I was. Let me go to.
Oh, you're in the chat.
Yeah, I was looking in the chat. Hold on, let me go to it. Exactly.
Because that next person may not be somebody that has people that will pick up the phone and intervene. And I agree, you shouldn't get emotionally attached, but some people do. And Ross is one of those people. She feels for everyone.
But to blame PDF for not calling the police, he did the right thing. He had no information to give the police. Why would you call the police with no information? He passed information on to people that had access to her information who called, and within 5 or 10 minutes, help was there for her.
I totally agree. I said that earlier with Sweetleaf. Why would he call him? He didn't have enough. He called who he knew could help better than him calling and not having information.
Exactly. And because when I passed information on to the people that he told me to, he called me back in less than 5 minutes. He said, I just got a message that help is there. They're there with her right now. Thank you. Thank you. That's what he said to me. Now, if you hate him, you hate PDF. I can't make you change your attitude about it, but he done the right thing. He had nothing to offer. But why these people bashing him about not calling for help? What did they do? Did they call for help for her? And if they called for help, what information did they give to the emergency medical people? Because the information that the emergency medical people got from the help that PDF called for, they were there in 5 to 10 minutes. And he shouldn't have. He did the right thing. I say it all the time. You know that, Keebler. Don't flood call the police. You're not helping anything.
Yep. And when few times that I call, I call to get information, and I never call the main number. I never call an emergency number. I always call the back channels.
Exactly.
And I know you might not. I don't know if you know or not, but I saw last night Nasty Nathaniel is free.
Oh, I saw that too.
So.
And he said it, and Nasty Nathaniel said it on that panel that night because I follow Pug, and he said it that night. He said if he could do it again, he wouldn't do that.
Yep.
He wouldn't do it because the police was onto him before it even happened. See, people do a lot of things for click views and donations, but can you ride out the consequences? Because every action has consequences. And what happened to Ross Khan, I hated for her. It was wrong what she did, but she chose to put those pills in her mouth. Nobody put pills in her mouth. She did that. She was in her house by herself. And she got so caught up in some YouTube BS that she tried to kill herself. That says a lot about her. Not about nobody on YouTube. Because there's some evil, vicious people on YouTube, and that's not the way you handle them. You stay away. If I know that you was gonna hurt me, Keebler, I stay away from you because you're toxic to me. I wouldn't I wouldn't come on your panel and cuss you out, cuss out people in your chat. I wouldn't do that. That's toxic. And then I definitely wouldn't try to blame somebody if they didn't call for help.
All I was trying to get at is the fact that, you know, he saw what was happening. Mm-hmm. He could have said, that's it, no more on this panel. It's his channel. Can drop people. You can stop it.
Exactly. Agree.
Now, if they wouldn't tell another channel, then he wouldn't be responsible. But his channel, that's all I'm getting at. You are responsible.
Yeah, for your channel.
Think so or not. If someone's breaking terms of service, you are responsible for it.
Exactly. Exactly. It's your channel.
And that was straight up attack and cyberbullying. That was ganged up on. She expressed when it got to her crying, that's when it should have stopped. That's when he should have put a stop to it. Because, like I said, I know Ross ain't. She will stand her ground. She will come back at you. But everybody has that point. Everybody has a breaking point. Some people want to have the last word. But he is responsible. That's all I'm getting at.
Exactly.
Okay, so now he's bounced for 50.
Exactly.
And back up after a little bit.
Dr. Danger on the what you call it page.
Oh, he's up there. You can unmute.
Hold on. Let me jump in here.
Absolutely.
Doc, what makes you think? Hold on. Doc, what makes you think this is a scam?
It's not a scam. You know what? I used the wrong word. Let me put it that way. If people want to throw money at you, bounce somebody off a panel, and you're making $50 off of that, God bless you, brother, being able to pull that off. You know what I mean? What that's going on? Yeah, I used the wrong word there. Yeah, it's not a scam. It's not. You're not scamming anybody. They're choosing to do this. So yeah, it's not a scam, bro. It's a hustle. So I respect that. Somehow you're pulling it off, and I don't know how you're doing it, but okay.
Well, and to clarify it a little bit more, Doc, if you look at the chat, because it's in the chat, it says if you want to play kick the person off the panel for $5, you can kick somebody off the panel. She made the decision to say, nope, $5 isn't enough. I'm going to pay you $50 to kick them for 50 minutes. It's not advertised to do that. She wanted to time them out for an hour, but she sent 50 and then said, okay, it's $50. She made that decision.
I have to admit that's a little crazy. I have to admit that.
But that's her decision to do. Who's going to say, no, don't do it?
Okay. So let us just say inadvertently now all this has happened and now she's taking the pills. Are we still finding that funny?
No, hold on, real quick.
Absolutely not.
I want to point out that
nobody has ever found it funny.
Hold on. I want to point out one of the big points of contention with the whole kicking me thing is that I came up as a different name in a different picture, and AC let me up before the hour was up.
Well, you can't he made $50 and you might have just skirted around the fact that you were tossed off the panel.
That's all water under the bridge.
Guys, let me. So the way the game works is this, okay? If somebody comes up, if somebody pays the person, they pays the $5 to kick somebody off the panel. The game also applies to the people in the chat, okay? The people in the chat, you can mute them for 5 minutes, okay? If you're just tired of somebody, say you don't like Golden Ice for whatever reason, Hey, fuck Golden Eyes. I'm gonna mute her for 5 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna pay the $5 because I just don't want to hear her mouth right now, or I don't want to see her comments in there. All right, so that's just the way. But if the Golden Eyes leaves and comes under a different account, that's a different fucking account. So what Tonic did was Tonic left.
Technically, it is. Yes, technically it is. But
came back as Golden Boy Reports.
And he came back under a different account as Golden Boy.
Okay,
And actually,
the game.
Nightbot just put it, so let's just read it. It says, guys, we love to have fun here. As part of that fun is kicking people off the panel. So for the low cost of just $5, you too can play the Kick the Panel guest for a bit. And then it has the link. That is in all of the shows.
Okay, so the game's figured out. I have a question, if I could, Dr. Danger. Who has ever laughed at what happened to Ross or found it funny?
I don't know. That's why I'm coming over.
Well, you came up here and you accused everybody of finding it funny.
I did not come up and make accusations. I said, here's what I'm hearing. Here's what people are telling me. And I came up and I'm asking you if this is true. I'm not making accusations.
You just said less than 2 minutes ago, are we still finding it funny?
Yes, I'm asking you.
Nobody has ever found it funny.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
Nobody's ever laughed about it. Nobody made a joke about it. Nobody finds it entertaining.
Yeah, because I made it clear that I have not heard this. This is what people are telling me.
Correct. He's just asking questions for clarification.
Did you hear this on
I
Keebler?
am just asking you if you find it
hold
funny.
on. Yeah, did you hear this on Keebler's? The meth head who tried to kill her husband with the kid in the car?
No, I have not.
Because you were just on there.
Well, yeah, I was just on there. I wasn't on there.
But he said in all fairness, he said he was new to YouTube and new to this, so he doesn't know any of the players.
I don't, and I admit that. I'm not going to even tell you that I know everything. That's why I'm telling you this is what I hear allegedly, and that's why I'm asking you, is this a true thing that what I'm hearing?
Right. I understand what you're saying, Doc. I understand it. I think sometimes people are a little, and you have to understand with the situation, are a little bit emotional and a little bit jumpy with the situation, and it's very sensitive because it's real. And you're just looking for, clarification, and I respect and can understand that. But and you don't know who all the players are. And listen, I don't know who they are because the key word is players. And one thing that AC also does in the beginning of every show, except for today for some reason, is he explains that we are all actors. We are here for your performance. Nothing should be taken as real or anything else. And he can bring that up. And he did that night as well, show that. So it's nothing to hurt feelings or anything else. But anybody, and I don't care who they are, anybody taking their life or wanting to take their life needs respect, needs privacy. It's not a game. It's not a joke. And nobody thinks it's funny.
Yeah. Sir, I was a bit hasty jumping the gun calling you retarded. It was out of character. Sorry about that. I apologize.
All right.
But I have been being blamed for this person's suicide attempt constantly, so it's kind of a bit of a sore subject. Me and AC both.
That might be. Yes. Yeah.
I was pretty hot-headed there last night. Look, Doc, I know you were hanging out over there at Keebler, so let me, since you haven't seen me do this and you're new to the show here, let me go ahead and do this for you as well as everyone else. Once again, everybody, the thoughts and views expressed by the individuals on panel or in chat in the comment section are those of this channel. No one should take anything said on panel as true. In fact, everyone should research their own facts. YouTube is for entertainment purposes, and we are all actors performing for your amusement. Enjoy, motherfuckers. Usually, I say that little spiel, and Ellie's right. I do say it. Maybe not at the beginning of the show, but somewhere in the existence of the show. I see you, Glenn. Somewhere in between, us coming on the air and going off air, we do usually play that. We don't want this show to be so fucking serious that it's, it's you never want to come back here.
Hold up, Miss B.
We deal with some trouble.
I think I'm gonna end this, and we can go back if anybody wants to come back.
Go to Taco Bell and get them a goddamn.
See how they're twisting, and we got to play the victim, and
exactly.
I twisted everything. I didn't tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't tell exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna post this link. If anybody wants to come back, like I said, if I don't know you, haven't seen you, please at least open your camera so I can see who you are. But I'm gonna end this right quick. Like I said, anybody's welcome to come back.